Oh, well, that's unfortunate. In Reminiscence to Rai. Where's that? I wanted to start something, but no, it tells us to do something else first. Fun. Hey y'all, hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend. Okay, I need you. I need to talk to you real fast so you can do something else. You're in a Pathfinder game right now? Ooh, okay. Chat is still acting weird. Great, love that. We were doing so well. Let me turn on... Oh, I can't at the moment. Enjoy your Pathfinder, Ren. One of these days I'm just gonna beat the crap out of my ISP and or whoever to get this stuff fixed. Or we could just go without chat on screen today. That'd be fine. It's not a big deal. It was working earlier. I don't know what happened. I did this whole thing. Got some new stuff set up. Thought I tested it. Let's see if that will help. See if that will think. Nope, I'd have to... Nope, okay, we're not going to worry about it then. Doesn't matter. We're moving on. Oh, wait, no, I kind of need that, though. Also has my alerts. Work, darn you. Okay, well, that one worked. What about the other stuff? So that's there. What have... Having muted because of Pathfinder? Oh, okay. Now if I turn this off, are we good? Pain and my sorrow. Pain and sorrow. Fine, I'll turn that off. Keep this one up. Well, that's right, Island, blah blah. Speaking of which, you to come. We're not here for this quest. But it's fine. Okay, cool. You know what? It works. It's fine. We're good. The new thing didn't work. The old thing worked. It's fine. Okay, are you done with your thing? Can I continue on to what I was actually trying to do? Yes, we're good. Let's go talk to Ito. Those for a moment while they decide to do their thing. Catherine, hi! You have something for us.
Hi, Catherine. It's us. Was there something we could help with?
Yes. I'm afraid that I have another task that requires your assistance. The Adventurers Guild has recently received a commission directly from the Tenryou Commission. The assignment
commission
is
gave us
both
a commission.
urgent and dangerous.
Interesting.
After assessing the assignment, the Guild has concluded that seasoned adventurers are required. Naturally, you came to mind.
There is none more seasoned than I, except for maybe the Grandmaster, but also we've been doing this for who knows how many worlds and how many years.
Just another day on the job for us.
Allow me to explain.
Hi, Monica.
The Tenryou Commission recently issued an arrest warrant for a young Oni by the name of Arataki Ito.
What did he do this time?
Noni? You mean those big, tough-looking guys with horns on their heads?
That's correct. This particular Oni is quite vocal and audacious, so he already has quite the reputation on the streets. That said, he has never been caught up in major trouble.
He's a
of any
good guy.
kind.
He's just a bit dumb.
So it came as a surprise to learn that he has recently been accused of stealing things, and sometimes even whisking away the people themselves.
Kidnapping, you say?
But it doesn't end there. When the Tenryou Commission dispatched a Doshin to apprehend him, he assaulted the Doshin before making a getaway with his accomplices.
Oh no, I wonder who those accomplices could be. Certainly none of them that sound like someone we know.
So let Paimon guess. It's up to us to bring this Oni in. No problemo. This does sound like a job for the Traveler. She'll be back with that Oni in no time.
Paimon, if I grab you by the halo, will you be stuck following with it? Like, we've seen it move off of your head before, but like...
I have complete
Are you, like,
confidence
tethered
you will
to it?
succeed. However, please exercise caution. This Oni also happens to hold a vision, and is the leader of an organization known as the Arataki Gang.
An organization, yeah. Can you call 4 idiots and their babysitter an organization?
On second thought,
That counts.
Paimon will leave the fighting to you. The last place Paimon wants to be is in a gang fight.
We are still investigating Arataki Ito's potential motives behind these incidents, as well as his current whereabouts. But please ask around in the streets as well. There will likely be others more familiar with Ito's circumstances than I am, who can provide you with useful information.
Although I think this was technically before Kuki was
Thank you.
introduced.
I will await.
So it's just for idiots. Free babysitter.
Well, let's start
Here's the
asking
babysitter.
around on the streets. Hopefully we'll learn a little more about this Arataki Ito guy. and
Hello,
figure
hello,
out where
Sif.
he might have
Welcome.
run off to.
Who's better to
Arataki Ito? Yeah, I've heard of the guy.
who's better to go investigate
Word
Ito
is
than
he
his
did something
babysitter?
monumentally stupid, then ran off before they could catch him. And to be completely honest, I was a little surprised when I first heard it. Okay, well, I mean, not that surprised.
Wait, you mean he already had a bad reputation?
Oh god, everything hitting all at once. Firebot, why? Firebot, why'd you hit everything all at once? There's supposed to be so much more time in between those. It's fine. Maybe next time. Hey, good to know that it works though.
No, not exactly. He's just very overbearing in everything he does. Big and brash and always making a ruckus. So, on the one hand, he's a larger-than-life kind of guy. But on the other hand, he's emotionally volatile. When he's in a good mood, he's as high as a kite. But when he gets upset, he gets completely enraged.
It's always funny when the vocal lines don't match the subtitles. It's like, what changed later on? Changed the line and then just didn't get them back to record it, or
I don't
chose later
personally
and just
see
not
him as a
rewritten,
bad
whatever.
guy, but I guess I wouldn't put it past him to get all riled up and lose control. You know, I'm afraid that I'm not too sure myself. I keep a
Also,
pretty good
everyone say
eye on
hello
what's
to
happening
Chibi
in the city,
Marubot.
and as far as I can tell, he just idles the days away.
It will be our new personal bot. Oh god, it's hitting. What the no. Okay, Firebot has an issue. We're fixing that. We're fixing that. Have more intervals on. What is wrong with you? That's a good point. Thank you for the hydrate. We'll fix it. Oh! Oh, that's why. I figured it out. That's in seconds, not minutes. Hold on, I need to do some quick math. That would explain it. Makes a lot more sense now. Hiya, boy. Hope you're doing well. One moment, let me fix this. I did not read this properly. We're figuring things out on the fly. It's fine. Okay, we should be good now. Be fine. We're good. I fixed it. None of you saw anything. Dream Robot is just happy to be here. She's very excited.
When someone asks for it, he's willing to lend a helping hand, but other than that, he's just out making a scene with the kids on the street or his gang. If I had to guess, his lack of income finally drove him to do something more drastic to make ends meet.
Is it just Paimon, or is this Ito fellow starting to sound pretty weird?
I'm afraid that I don't have much else to tell you. He tends to spend his time with people a little more lively than myself. Perhaps you could try asking around some more.
Okay,
Excuse me, hi, I'm here to ask about an Oni.
Arataki Ito?
He's a bit of a himbo.
Oh, yeah. I heard about that whole thing. I'm sure it must have been a mix-up on the Tenryou Commission's end. He could never do anything so dastardly.
Huh? How can you be so sure? Is he really as trustworthy as all that?
No, perhaps you misunderstand me. When I said he could never do anything dastardly, I meant he literally doesn't have what it takes.
You mean he's not smart enough? It's okay, you can say it. We all love him.
Maybe a story will explain it better. So, he used to spend a lot of time playing rock, paper, scissors and hide and seek with the kids on the streets. Kids, being kids, aren't exactly the most difficult to outsmart. I'm sure you can see what I'm getting at here. He used to lose all the time, sometimes catastrophically.
Was he the kind of person who's like, okay, I'm gonna look, or thinking either out loud or thinking to himself, I've got a Geovision. I'm gonna play rock every time, and the kids were just like, this dumbass is playing rock every time. Always play paper, and Ito never learned his lesson.
On purpose, though, right?
That feels like the start of the meme. Ito would lose sometimes catastrophically. On purpose, though, right? On purpose, though, right?
No, not at all. The one time I saw him win, he started jumping around and yelling, I won! I finally won! I'm unbeatable! And so on. Then he took the kid's candy as his prize and ate it right there in front of him.
Ugh, that's just plain wrong.
What? I love this fucking dumbass already.
He did take it way too far that time. The poor kid started crying, so I stepped in and gave Ito a scolding. He was pretty quick to admit that he was fully in the wrong, and it wasn't long before the kid had stopped crying and was laughing and playing again as if nothing had ever happened. In fact, the children quite like playing with him because he's always serious about the stakes and never throws a game on purpose. So, I suppose what I'm trying to say is a guy who can't even beat kids at a children's game really gonna be capable of these kinds of diabolical deeds?
Huh. He doesn't sound like a bad guy at all. In fact, he kind of sounds like a man of integrity.
Gold of heart, dumb of ass.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. Still, the Tenryou Commission's evidence against him is supposed to be irrefutable. So, I'm not trying to condone his actions or anything. If he really has messed up big time, then he should face the consequences just
right.
like anyone else.
Got hit with a hydrate. Thank you, Maya.
Thanks for the info. We'll keep asking around.
Okay, so what have we learned? He's a fool. But a kind-hearted fool. Very lively, kind-hearted fool.
Arataki Ito. Of course I know him. We've been trying to apprehend him recently. We know he's already left Inuzuma City, but with no clues to follow, we have no choice but to commission others for
And a
help.
posture, yes.
Including
I feel like
the
I'm doing pretty good at my
Adventurers Guild.
posture these days. I'm not slouching. I'm not, like, leaning back in my chair most of the time, but, like, I'm, like, sitting straight up. I don't do the legs cross thing. I don't have the space for that under my desk. The way I sit, there's no space for me to cross my legs. As much as I would like to.
Arataki Ito hasn't done anything seriously bad before, so it seems pretty strange.
Thank you for the bonk. I didn't hear it go off, though. Why did that not go off? It's why. Okay, you know what? I think I know what it is. There we go. There we go. Okay. Sorry. When we start changing everything up, sometimes tech stuff just gets all weird.
Paimon's curious. Is there any evidence of all this stuff he's accused of?
Yes, of course. Otherwise, we'd never have put so many people on the case.
Worthless consumer models.
Thank you for that. So says the cop, though. Cop's like, of course we have evidence. Yeah, can we see it? Of course we have evidence. Here it is. Change one thing then now. Yeah. He holds up a piece of paper that says Ito did it.
For starters, most thieves will try to devise a way to conceal their identity, but for an Oni, the horns are a dead giveaway. I mean, the whole city could have recognized it was him.
2 points. 1, it could have been a different Oni. 2, mask. Literally, masks exist.
At first, he was just one of our suspects, but when we went to investigate, he personally confessed to everything and started trying to provoke the officers. What's most frustrating is that he then managed to escape along with his entire gang. He must have been planning the whole
Acorns,
thing
option
right
number
from
3,
the
you're
start.
right. He must be... He confessed to it? I don't trust that.
Of course he did. Whether material or psychological, there is plenty of evidence either way. He's never had a Mora to his name his entire life, and he's never kept down a real job. Word is that he also takes care of someone in his gang, and that the burden of it takes quite the toll on him. After scrounging for a living all these years, maybe he thought that being the bad guy would be an easier ride. As for his psychological motives, it's a bit embarrassing to talk about, but we confiscated his vision during the Vision Hunt Decree. At the time, Arataki Ito put up quite a fight. It took a huge amount of manpower and resources, and in the end we had to enlist the help of Kujo Sara to finally secure his vision. The Vision Hunt was a mistake, but we never expected that he would go to such extreme lengths to take revenge on us.
He does sound a little unstable. Just like people have been
No, I
saying.
feel like neither of these are true. The motives seem valid enough, and the evidence is all like, it sounds shaky at best. Like, I am not a cop, I'm not a detective, I've just played a lot of games where you play as detectives. Like, that's not really that solid.
If the two of
And the
you are
motives are,
able to capture Arataki Ito, please bring him straight here. We'll handle him from there.
Like, the money, like, if he's never had money, then he probably has other ways to live. He doesn't really need
Thanks
it.
for all the info.
Unless there's, like, a dire situation where someone's dying.
Too bad we still don't know where he could have run off to. We already got word on the street, so maybe it's time to talk to a real specialist.
Coercion? Yeah?
Jaime remembers that there's a detective agency.
He's
here
not that
in
smart. It's
Inuzuma.
entirely possible you got tricked
Maybe
into
we
it.
can try asking there.
Like, that's also an option. And then that would also explain why he confessed, is because he felt guilty about it.
Welcome to Bonton Sangha Detective Agency.
Or he'd be covering for someone who did do it.
Hello, we'd like to ask some questions
Like,
about Arataki Ito.
From everything I understand, a confession on its own does not necessarily lead to a conviction. Like, just because someone says they did it, doesn't mean that doesn't mean that the evidence will prove that they did it. Like, a confession doesn't actually, like, it means it's important, really not, like, the end-all be-all. People will lie for various reasons.
Oh, him again. Sure. I have answers. We've already done some investigating for the Tenryo Commission. But first, do you have enough Moro to cover the fee?
Do you know how many daily commissions I've done for you?
I've heard all about your travels.
Oh wait, you've already
After
paid me for
everything
those.
you've been through, I'm sure you understand the way these sorts of things work.
How much more are we talking about here?
A one-off payment of 397,000 Moro up front, plus a further 5% of your Adventures Guild remuneration as my commission, if Arataki Ito is successfully caught and brought to justice.
So much money! Absolutely the fuck not. Where's her boomerang? It's hanging up inside on the wall so she can take it down whenever she needs it. Hold on. Well, that's interesting. Now what's wrong? Hold on, I think I need to fix reactives because B's trying to get in, but I don't see a B. There's no B on the screen.
Whoa! That's crazy expensive! How did you even come up with the price that high?
Hold on. I wasn't finished. It just so happens the initial fee has already been paid in full by the Tenryou Commission. All you'll need to pay is the small commission fee.
Oh, well... Then why didn't you start... Then why did you scare us like that? Rude. So very rude.
And, as for that amount, I'll settle things with the Adventurers Guild once we have Ito. So, from the way I see it, you guys are getting a pretty nice deal.
I wonder if I need to... bring in... I feel like I need a B emote. It'd just be really funny at this point. I do this. Oh, I just drag and drop it. Interesting. Sometimes, look. Sometimes you gotta put the fear of God into your customer.
Now then, to give you the full picture in this case, we must first recount a well-known Inuzuman fairy tale.
I think all my stuff's in order.
Hi, I can hear you. I'm just trying to
long
figure out
time ago,
why your reactive's
in
not
a
showing up.
village lost to time, there lived a crimson Oni and a blue Oni. They were the best of friends. The crimson Oni looked fierce, but was gentle like the humans. The blue Oni looked human, but was reclusive, like an Oni. The crimson Oni wished to befriend the humans, but they were scared and threw beans at him whenever he came near. So the blue Oni said to the crimson Oni,
Akka, I'll cause trouble in the village. You come and stop me. Then the humans will accept you.
as planned, the crimson Oni chased the blue Oni away. The crimson Oni's deeds spread throughout the land, and people finally accepted him. But when the crimson Oni went to tell the blue Oni the good news, he was gone and left only a letter behind.
I went traveling. Don't come find me or they'll treat you as a naughty little Oni. But
This is
don't
really
worry
cute.
about me. No matter where I go, we'll always be friends.
That's it? What about the little blue pony? Whatever happened to him?
How do I get this to work? Find how to... Okay.
I suppose the blue Oni simply disappeared, never to be seen again.
Oh, that's just
Only
sad.
the Crimson Oni remain now.
That's depressing. Bring back the blue Oni. Let Aoi be happy too. Also, the Akka shouldn't have needed to like prove their worth or whatever. That's just rude. Rude, I say. Oh, there. Okay. It was there and gone. Did anyone else see that? That's the story of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
What? The blue Oni was just an innocent little kid!
Of course it does. Otherwise, I wouldn't go through all the trouble of telling it. One interpretation is that the story is actually broadly based on historical events and that Arataki Ito is, in fact, a descendant of the Crimson Oni.
Why is this happening? B, can you try talking for me real fast? If you're available.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so that works. I just don't know why. Not showing up. Yeah, they can hear you. At least there's that. Weird. They're not showing up. Alright, I literally have no idea how to fix this, so I guess we're just gonna have to live with you being not visible.
Carter doesn't get bees.
B is just disembodied voice today. You know what? That sounds about right for you, actually.
What I'm trying to tell you is that the Oni have sacrificed a lot in the past in order to finally integrate themselves into human society. But there are still some volatile personality traits in the Oni bloodline. Every generation of Oni inherits these traits. So while Arataki Ito has never been known to commit a wrongful act in the past, can we ever completely rule out the possibility of him one day allowing this side of him to take over?
Ma'am, my hand is raised. I want to call you out for being racist.
What? How could he do that? After the blue Oni's sacrifice? That would be such a betrayal!
That's a very old story. Nobody knows how long it's been since the blue Oni disappeared. We can only assume that they have long since died out, in which case, it would be quite a stretch to say it still counts as a betrayal at this point. Besides, the suspect has already confessed. What is there left to discuss?
The why, the how, the where.
According
what
to my
he, what he
investigation,
did. Like,
he was
did he
headed
take something?
southwest. I would bet he's already made it to Yashiori Island by now. The Tenryou Commission is unable to enter territory controlled by Sangonomiya troops. No doubt that's the reason Arataki Ito chose to flee in that direction. Don't mention it. I'm just doing my duty.
Wait! Paimon still has a question. If Arataki Ito has given into his bad side, won't that mean he's extra mean and violent now?
I could only assume so. Judging from his previous bouts, he is a skilled fighter with a lot of brute strength. Whether or not you'll be able to handle him, that I do not know.
Okay.
In a
but
fight, right?
What's up with people throwing beans at Oni? What use is that?
Ah, yes. Now that you mention it, I seem to recall that Arataki Ito is allergic to beans. In fact, all Oni will avoid beans, but especially Ito. I heard that just touching a bean is enough to incapacitate him. If you could weaken him a bit by triggering his allergies, perhaps you'd have better luck subduing him.
No, I think we're fine. I'm pretty damn powerful. We're good.
It's fine. He's the bad guy, remember?
No, we're presuming he's the bad guy. To be fair, we're also biased. We know
They don't know this.
I know. But also, like, even just from a detective standpoint, that's just like,
It
It's
just so
also-
happens that I have a
You're
bag of beans
talking,
right
we're talking
here.
about like years of
I was
tradition.
planning to use them to make
Yeah.
some porridge, but I think you will find a better use for them. Of course, I will charge the Adventurers Guild a fair and reasonable rate for the beans.
Sneaky. But also, thanks.
here is one bean that will be 100,000 mora. Thank you.
Let's head to Yashiori Island
Talked
and
to you
start
for a
looking
while. I
for
miss
Ito.
you.
What was that?
I said I haven't done like commissions and stuff in Inuzuma for a while. I haven't talked to Sango in forever. I miss her.
There you go, boosted you up a little bit. But also, I know that
Also-
Kuki's not in this story, so I'm like, here, we have to be Kuki this whole time.
Yeah, she was not out when this was done.
Nah, she came later, but this is the origin story of how she became their babysitter. We're just gonna call it that.
Well, it's more out about at this time she was kind of stuck in Liyue.
She was stuck in. I did not know that. I should read her story.
Yeah, because that's what she was do. Like she studied law in Liyue, and then I think she had to go pick up her degree and stuff, and then the border shut down.
Ah. Yes, Maya, they're suggesting we use someone's allergy to incapacitate them because that's normal. And perfectly alright.
They know nothing.
No, I got that. But, like,
Yeah,
everything-
they're just
but-
going by some everything that's been told to them.
Ito should be somewhere around here.
But I feel like everything that's been told to us so far is that he's just kind of an idiot who's good with kids.
That's again like knowing more than what they already then. Like if you go into it without any preconceived notions, it's like okay, I
Yeah.
can see where they're coming from.
I can a little bit.
Stands out as particularly noteworthy.
But it's also like conflicting information of him as a person. Up to this point.
There are more footprints here. He should be just up ahead.
No, Flower, we're not here for you.
You gotta go grind Whopper Flower stuff again. I hate this.
Is that our
Yeah, Whopper Flowers suck.
He doesn't seem to be looking this
I'm
way.
gonna go around and actually
Perfect.
look. I gotta farm them and I gotta farm more specters again, and I hate it.
Oh, the specters are horrible. I have to get so many for Kuki. And I think someone else. I don't remember who.
It'll save a lot of hassle if we can avoid a fight.
Yeah, why don't we talk to him first, and then if we need to, we'll throw the beans.
I love Ito, but God, he is so easy to clown on.
He's just a bit of a dumbass. We love him. It's fine.
He's so fucking easy to clown on, and that's why he is the clown of Genshin.
Are you okay? What should we do? Paimon didn't think he'd react this badly.
Don't be alarmed. It's just my my allergies acting up. I've got it under control.
What a mood. That's me too. Me too, buddy. Me too. You should be thicker. I feel like you should be wider.
It's all right. I got this. Just
Models did not come in until later.
I know.
I can take it. Who am I kidding?
That's why everybody's sitting there like that. Everybody looks at I'll hate them like feeble skull on my ass.
I need a moment.
This is
That
indeed
man is
Caden's boss.
built.
This is Caden's boss, Maya. It's him, officer.
In a moment. Woo, that's better. That sure took a lot out of me, though. Hey, why'd you have to be so mean, huh? Surprise attacking me like that. Oh, I get it. So you're here to bring me in. How in the world did you find me all the way out here? Well, whatever. If you think I'm going back with you, you can forget it. I'd walk away if I were you. I pack a mean punch, you know. I don't want to hurt any regular folks like you.
Oh, he doesn't know who we are. That's cute.
That's pretty big talk considering all the beans we have.
Yep, that's right. Me, all by myself.
He's definitely covering for
Nobody
someone.
else.
He's 100% covering for someone for some
As
reason.
boss of the Arataki gang, I gotta nab a little food and drink when we're running low. That's only natural, right?
Yeah, but nabbing people? That's taking it a bit far, don't you think?
I love the music that's on behind this conversation. It's so silly.
Not when their families will pay good mora to see them again. Easy pickings. And the extra mora means I can, give some to my gang to spend on themselves.
I love the voice acting
Hey,
in this
what's
game.
with all the questions? Like I said, I'm not going back with you, so stop wasting everybody's
This
time.
is great.
No way, mister. We've accepted a commission to bring you back.
What did you say, little one? Go on. Say it to my face.
Well, mostly she took a commission to bring you back.
Because between him and Paimon is just two idiots talking, so it's the perfect soundtrack? Yeah, basically.
Looks like you aren't gonna let this drop. In that case, we...
That's what I said. If you want, that's what I'm saying. You should definitely do the Chasm Quest because you would. I want to get to Fontaine first, but we should definitely do the Chasm Quest because you will enjoy the conversations there.
Today. Come on, you promise.
All right, one more time.
It's very much That's what I said. We're still doing Fontaine, but eventually you should do the Chasm Quest because if you want more interactions like that, you're going to enjoy it. It is a lot of Ito and Paimon sharing a brain cell, Yelan getting tired of it, Yanfei getting tired of it, and Cookie getting tired of it.
I still can't find a beetle that I like, so just give Uncle Ito...
Also, a lot of Ito and Yelan want to fight.
Huh? Who are they? Are they your friends?
The funniest part is that if I remember, Ito and Paimon actually share a birthday.
Oh my god, that's even better. They share a birthday, they share the brain cell.
Yeah, that's right. I told them not to come, but what can I say? They were just too worried about me. It's because of a little thing called, prestige. Yeah, because of all the prestige Uncle Ito has.
His facial animations are also really good. It's like, they're not very extreme, but like the subtle.
What are you talking about?
Come on, just play along. Leave the kid out of this.
Uncle Ito, you don't look so good.
Monike's fallen in love with the himbo.
That's because Uncle Ito bumped his noggin on a tree branch while looking for a beetle. Uh-oh. It's all good, though. These horns are rock solid.
Okay, if you say so. Granny and I will keep heading back now. Don't be too long.
Yep, I'll be right there. Hope you're ready to lose today.
That is so horny for this horn man.
Who were those people?
The old lady was Granny Oni. She's the one who took me in and raised me. And the kid's name is Daisuke. I took him in just a while back. They're both like family to me. They escaped with me out this way, along with my boys from the Arataki gang. If I didn't bring them with me, the Tenryou Commission would be knocking on their doors for sure.
Right. But if you care about them so much, then you shouldn't have done all that stuff that made them worry about you in the first place.
Listen, how about we make a deal? You two let me go wrap things up with Daisuke, and once we're done battling beetles, the two of us will settle things with a duel. If you win, I'll come quietly. You can take me back to Inuzuma City, and you won't hear a peep out of me. Why? Because I'm an Oni of my word. I'll just tell little Daisuke that my friends and I need to step outside for a moment. That way you won't worry. Cool?
Cool, cool, cool. Can I watch the beetle fight?
I'm surprised we haven't gotten struck by lightning yet.
That's true. Considering where we are, I should have happened like 3 times by now.
Oh, it's on! I like like your style.
The moment we get out of this
But first
cutscene
things
is when we're
first,
gonna get struck.
I need to find an Oni Kabuto to battle with. I've been looking here for ages and haven't found myself a winner yet, so it's time to try somewhere else. Come with me. Saves you worrying that I might skedaddle.
If I find a good beetle, though, it's mine. I will join in this fight. We will duel with beetles.
Like, you missed the event where we actually did that.
Well, see, now I'm sad.
Yeah, there was a whole ass
Now you've made me sad.
Oni Kabuto competition, which was literally just Ito against a bunch of kids.
By the way, Paimon's curious. What kind of game is beetle fighting?
You guys have seen Oni Kabuto out in the wild, right? Even though they might look menacing on the outside, they're big softies on the inside. Most of the time,
And
they're just
annoying
sitting
to
there doing nothing.
collect.
We're absolutely... I feel like they're not too... Well, there might be only a few of them. Just grab them every time I pass one.
But let me tell ya.
More of the thing is that with how many you need and how many characters then end up needing them.
Anything
That's
get in their
fair.
way. The grand game of beetle fighting is a match where your beetle tries to flip the other beetle onto its back.
I played when
I'm
I was a
gonna,
kid,
like-
or I watched people playing that when I was a kid.
Like, eventually I
It's
will
not just some
pull
kid's
Ito when
game,
he comes around
okay?
again, but I had
There's
already
way
needed it
more
for
to it than
Hazo, and that did not help much.
I need him to come back around again.
It's like me wanting, it's like, I kind of want it, but at the same time, I'm like, maybe there are other characters I want more. I just want him for Mono Geo, that's it.
I have taken part in
But even
more
then,
beetle
I could
fights
probably
than
just
you
use
would
Noelle.
believe. At least 800. I may have even crossed the 1,000 mark by this point. Anyway, after a while, you can tell a beetle's fighting potential just by looking at its shape, size, and the patterns on its body. But it's not just about all the physical stuff. Oh no, your Oni Kabuto's got to be in the right headspace as well. If it's not up for a fight or doesn't have the guts, well, then
Here's the
it's
thing.
game
I would
over.
absolutely not be able to like be a bug collector. The idea in theory sounds great. In practice, though, I freak out.
Boy,
Even
are you
beetles.
too
Beetles
lucky
aren't
you
that
ran
bad.
into me. When it comes to beetles, I'm the expert that the experts go to. I'll show you all you need to know.
But we're not the ones that will be playing. We're just here to keep an eye on you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot that we're enemies. Oh, we can battle beetles first, and then we can fight.
Yeah, anyway, not a problem. You two might think I'm just tooting my own horns here, but just you wait. I'll make you a beetle expert in no time. And by the way, that kid has one tough beetle. We can't underestimate it. We have to find a real lean, mean beetle warrior.
Okay, so he's not the sharpest horn on the Oni.
Okay, let me see. Ah, there.
Nobody is a cute
Let's
one.
head to that hill. I'll bet my bottom Mora we're gonna find some major league Oni Kabuto hiding out there.
Sharp? No. Adorable? Yes.
Uh-oh! Lightning storm!
Just our luck. Well, oh, darn it, they're all gone. Let's hop down from here and take a look. Look, you see all those purple things? It's a whole pile of Oni Kabuto. Now that's what I'm talking about. Huh? Oh, what the? Ah, no, not lavender melons. Well, even a pro like myself can make a mistake from time to time.
Ito, do you need
It's okay,
glasses?
just gotta roll with the punches. Let's try somewhere else.
Oh, there's one. Here we go.
This is the one. This is the one. See? As long as you're in my company, you're guaranteed to find yourself an Oni Kabuto. Yeah, it's on the smaller side, but size isn't everything in a beetle fight.
You said earlier that size matters.
Just let the expert explain, okay? What smaller beetles lack in strength, they make up for in agility. They usually got a whole bunch of sick moves just ready to whip out when the right moment comes.
Sure, but it doesn't seem to be very
Listen,
energetic.
you can never see a beetle's true energy until it's in the ring. It might look a bit young and docile, but that's got its advantages. Haven't you ever heard the saying, don't judge a book by its cover? Young beetles that have never fought before always go all out in their first fight. Older beetles that have already been through the wars tend to just cower in the corner the moment they see a strong opponent. Hey, didn't I say not to worry? Come on, just have a little faith, would ya? My experience is telling me that this Oni Kabuto was spawned to be a champion.
I love that we finally noticed. Where's Paimon?
Here! Look what Paimon found! If we're gonna battle some like we have anything else to do. When you hop down, Paimon flew off somewhere else nearby. and
Ooh,
found
that's a
this
very
one.
pretty one.
What do you think, Ito? It's big and strong and looks like a real fighter. It matches everything you said about a good fighter beetle. Bet the
It's
one
also
you
very
guys
pretty.
found must be way
Look how pretty the colors on that one are, though.
bigger.
Oh, you got some experience catching beetles too, huh?
Nope. This is the first one Paimon's ever caught.
Beginner's luck? Question
Well,
mark?
looks like you got a real knack for this. You'll be a fellow beetle fighting expert in no time. I mean, not as good as me, but but still.
Oh, so...
Paimon's that beginner player that pulled a 5-star on the beginner banner.
Do you remember that time when we first started playing, or when I first started playing Love Live, and I pulled the brand new You Are Umi immediately? And Alexis was so pissed.
God, that was so while ago. I do not remember.
That was so long ago.
Anyway, great. With
I think about that sometimes still, in that regard.
This will finally be the one. This time, I'm gonna win for sure. Well, you know, that's just life, man. There are so many people in this world who are talented, passionate, but it's no guarantee that things will go their way. So many unrelated things have to come together at once in just the right way to make victory happen. There's this word that really sums it up nicely, actually. It's coincidence.
Bold of heart, strong of arm, dumb of ass.
As in pure luck? Huh. Guess it makes no difference whether we have Paimon's beetle or not then. Might as well just...
Whoa. let's not do anything rash here. I think both of these fine beetles have a shot at winning. Let's just hang on to them and give them both a try. A true warrior never leaves a good beetle behind. Anyway, time to head back and get this show started. Man, I am psyched for this.
Do you think he forgot
Let's
why
go.
we're here? I think the ADHD just immediately made him forget that we're here to take him in as a criminal. I feel it's dangerous for this kid to just be sitting out here like this.
Finally, you're back. Can we start our beetle fight now?
Yeah, sure thing, buddy. But you better watch out. I brought a real winner back this time.
Don't worry. I'm not scared of your beetle. Go, Stripey Ghost!
I've got this fight in the bag. Let's go, Nimble Ninja.
Huh? When did you come up with that name?
Come on, you can take him, little guy.
That's right! Finish it!
He's just a silly guy, you boy.
Oh, no! My little Nimble Ninja!
Ha! Looks like I win again!
Dang it! Ugh, it's my 7th loss in a row.
Stripey Ghost is invincible! Even Uncle Ito can't beat him.
I won't forget this. I'll beat you next time, I swear!
He's so serious about it. It makes it so
All right,
cute.
Paimon, you're up. Time to give Crimson Cyclone a shot. Maybe it'll end this losing streak of mine.
No, because it'll just start Paimon's winning streak.
All right, go get him, Crimson Cyclone!
Whoa! That one looks ultra strong. But it's still no match for you, Stripey.
All right, little guy, use your Super Paimon Tornado!
No, I can't believe it. I lost.
Yay! We won! Ha! Paimon knew Crimson Cyclone would be the
Ito, it was great to see you had enjoyed the time with the granny and the kid. Why are we here again? Who cares?
Boy, did that one put up a fight. Woo! It wiped the floor with Stripey Ghost. I know a real
Christ, that
beetle
thing's
trainer when I
huge.
see one. Way to kick some beetle butt, partner.
God, if I saw a beetle that large in real life, I think I would just die.
See? Paimon's got real talent. Of course, Crimson Cyclone has to take some of the credit too. Oh, right. Yeah. Now that the beetle fighting's over and all, this is for you, Daisuke.
Huh? For me? You're really giving it to me?
This beetle is bigger than the kid's head.
Go ahead, take it, Daisuke. When we finally get back to the city, you can show it off to all your friends.
Yeah, this thing's about Paimon size. I think it would be a fair fight.
But will we ever be able to go back?
My money's on the beetle.
Of course we will. Trust me. I never go back on my word. Anyway, I got some things I gotta discuss with my friends here. Go play with Granny for a while, would ya? There's a good boy.
Good. The kid doesn't suspect a thing.
Paimon, don't say that out loud.
You're from the Tenryou Commission, aren't you? I bet you're here to capture Uncle Ito.
Paimon, this is why you don't talk.
Hey, didn't I tell ya? They're my friends. In fact, they're in the gang. We're practically family.
That's not true. I already know everyone in your little gang, but I've never seen these two before. Uncle Ito didn't do anything wrong. Don't take him away. And not only did he not do anything wrong, he also saved my life. He's not...
Hey, some things we don't tell to outsiders, remember? How should I explain? I'm a real lousy liar.
Shock. I am shocked, Ito, that you would dare lie to us. And I never saw this coming.
Ito, sometimes you need to just say what you have to say. Don't worry about us.
I guess. Thanks, Granny. Seems I can't hide it anymore. Come with me. I'll explain everything. I'll be honest with you. This thing the Tenryou Commission is investigating, with someone going around taking people and their possessions, it wasn't me. Any of it.
Shocked Pikachu face.
I have my own reasons for lying about it, and I really didn't want to get innocent people caught up in this while I'm still trying to solve the real problem here. I'm the same as you. I just want to avoid conflict at all costs. But it's just not worth it if someone gets hurt.
So why in the world would you say that you're the culprit?
Maybe you don't know because you're Outlanders, but it all started a long, long time ago with the story of the Crimson Oni and the Blue Oni.
Ah, yes, we know the story. Thank you.
Hold on
Move
a
on.
second. If you're talking about that fairy tale, we've heard that one already.
Oh, so you already know. Well, that makes
It was a
things
really
whole lot
adorable little
easier.
picture book.
So, is the story from the fairy tale really true?
Everything about the fate of the Oni is true. The Blue Oni chose exile, and the Crimson Oni stayed behind. But the other details aren't historically accurate. Fairy tales are nice stories, but there's something they leave out. It's a little thing called the cold, hard truth. The Inuzuma of long ago was a dangerous place. If you wanted the Raiden Shogun's protection, you had to have a good relationship with the humans. The Oni are a proud kind, so it wasn't easy for them to ask others for acceptance. Over time, the Oni eventually split into two factions.
Thank you for the nut, by Beast.
The Crimson Oni were friendly with the
doing?
humans, but the Blue Oni, they were more stubborn and insisted on keeping
Okay,
to
so
their
it wasn't
own.
that the Blue and the Crimson Oni were kids and individuals. They were straight up factions.
Paimon thought you were two different species. So really, you're all one family?
Yep, that's right. There's no real difference between us. We just paint our horns different colors to show which side we belong to.
Wait, hold on. That's painted? What color are your horns then?
Because humans were still wary of Oni at the time. The Crimson Oni always hoped to find a way to live in peace with the humans, but the Blue Oni kept clashing with them. Humans didn't see a difference between Crimson and Blue Oni. All they knew was that Oni were hard to get along with. If things were to continue that way, the Oni were never gonna get along with humans. And so, the most revered leaders of the Crimson and Blue Oni decided to resolve it once and for all.
Sorry, I know we're in the middle of a very important history discussion. I have a question, Ito, about your outfit. This is very important. I need to stop the entire quest for a moment. The thing on your chest, does that make your nipples chafe ever? Or are those just, like, really tight?
Over drinks, they swore an oath. The Blue Oni would play the role of evil Oni to help the Crimson Oni integrate into human society. But the Blue Oni's leader gave 2 conditions.
I feel like this is a very important question. You know, comfort is, you know, very important to everyone, including Oni.
It's Genshin. If comfort was really a thing, you see what half the girls are wearing?
That's true. You make a good point.
First, the Oni must abandon any prejudice they held against humanity. Every Oni was to accept humans in their heart before the humans accepted them. Oni were not to use their strength to mistreat humans, but were also not to stand for mistreatment against themselves.
You make a good point. It's a question for the cosplayers. It's very important for them. Everyone who cosplays Ito, good luck.
Second, the Crimson Oni were to integrate with human society, but not by trying to please the humans. The Oni were to embrace their own honest characters, their surging tempers, and their awesome strength to win respect from the humans. In other words, they were to carry on the Oni bloodline while also protecting our Oni pride. After choosing exile, the number of Blue Oni began to dwindle, until eventually, they disappeared.
Honestly,
altogether.
Genshin cosplayers are like another breed. I saw someone's journey of making their Kokomi cosplay, and I'm like, how the hell did you not go insane?
That sounds like a lot,
Since I first
absolutely.
heard the story of the Blue and Crimson Oni as a kid,
Especially when you look at
I've heard it
Kokomi's
countless
design, it's
times
full
in my
of
life.
like a lot
Not
of like
once did I ever
gray and
imagine that
blending
the
and
Blue
very
Oni
like
clan had
translucent
actually
pieces.
survived.
Oh yeah, no, there's a lot going on in that one.
So you're
It's very
saying
pretty,
the real
though.
culprit was a descendant of the Blue Oni?
That's right. Most people don't pay attention to the color of an Oni's horns. They probably don't even know that Blue Oni exist. But nothing gets by the Arataki gang. At the scene of the crime, they saw an Oni with different color horns than mine. Still, it would be strange if the culprit really was a descendant of the Blue Oni. I can't bring myself to accept it. Exactly. They would give up their life before abandoning their pride. I've always respected the Blue Oni for the sacrifice they made. And I know the aspirations my ancestors had for the future of all Oni. Our pride does not allow for any wrongdoing. You don't steal from other people. You don't harm other people, period. My guess is that the Blue Oni was tricked or forced into it somehow. But I don't have any evidence. That's right. If I didn't step in, the Tenryou Commission would have definitely caught them by now.
Okay, once again, gold of heart, dumb of ass. I feel like confessing did not help you buy time.
But what does Daisuke have to do with any of this? He said that you saved him so he knows your story, right?
He was the one I managed to save from the Ronin after I sent them running from the scene. He was off playing somewhere when they came by and ransacked his house. By the time he came back, his parents had been taken. The whole reason I'm in this is to help this kid find his mom and dad again. I never wanted to tell you any of this. My original plan was to knock you both out and take my family to hide somewhere else. There's more to this than just one Blue Oni. There's a dangerous group behind everything that's been going on. I didn't want to get anyone else caught up in this mess. That's everything. The whole story. If you don't believe me and want to drag me back to Inuzuma City, then I'm gonna fight you with all I've got. But if you're willing to believe me, then please, give me a little time. Once I find the Blue Oni, I'll turn the both of us in.
Yep, Paimon too.
Fought the right Shogun.
Yeah, I feel like we could tell him that. I think he would think we were the liars in that point.
Just treat it like we're here to keep an eye on you.
So, you... all right.
To be fair, that the one instance of showing things, there was a public audience.
These two fine folks, they're just out
that's
here
fair,
in the
but
pursuit of truth and justice, man.
The fact that Ito doesn't immediately
We are
recognize
gonna
me, but
get
nah,
along
he
just
probably doesn't know.
great.
Nor does he probably care. And also, he
He's
also
a very,
might be
very
the kind of person to
silly
be like,
man.
"Oh, you fought the Raiden Shogun? Great, let me test myself against you. I'll still win." And he would lose.
Yeah,
of
he
course,
would.
But he would definitely give it a shot.
That's the thing. Sara is not against him for being an Oni. Sara just hates him in general.
It's a personal
say that I didn't
matter.
warn ya.
As it's a personal thing. She just does not like him.
Don't worry about us. We're seasoned adventurers.
All right, then our first job is to investigate where this blue Oni is hiding out. There's a victim of his that saw him up close, currently taking refuge at Sangonomiya's camp. I figure we can start by talking to him.
You're right, though. I'm surprised that we never got struck by lightning that whole time. I wonder if the developers like, you know what, let's put them in these specific places that lightning will never hit. Specifically so that doesn't happen.
Oh, absolutely not. You
No?
got really lucky. You just got lucky.
I feel like getting lucky would have been us seeing something really funny happen.
Yo, you must be Masato.
An Oni? Oh no, not another one!
Oh, yeah. Not the one that robbed you, though, so, chill. I contacted you before, remember? I need your help.
Oh, right. Sorry. I'm still a bit on edge after the incident. So anyway, here's what happened. I was just out transporting some goods when a group of Ronin suddenly attacked me. It's not the first time that's happened to me. Usually you just hand over some Mora and they'll leave you alone. At least you don't lose your goods that way. But this time was different. They weren't willing to talk things over. Instead, they took my things and they started coming for me.
Terrifying.
That's totally uncalled for.
I mean, the beginning of the situation was uncalled for, but
I got down on my knees and begged. Said I had a family to care for and that my business is our only livelihood. Then I saw that there was an Oni among the group. I thought he was going to be the one to finish me off. But instead, he stopped the others and told
thank
them
you
to
for the
let me go.
Pokeball.
Yeah, that got them all arguing with each other. His cohort said that I was sure to retaliate if they released me. But the young Oni was insistent that they shouldn't lay a finger on me. Things got real heated. I thought
Wait,
they were gonna come
so
to
why are you
blows.
scared of Oni if the Oni is the one who fucking saved your life?
Luckily, they let me escape with my life in the end. And I scrambled to get myself here, where I'd be safe. I never want to set foot outside of here
Because trauma.
again.
I mean, I get that, but like, I'd be more traumatized than the regular people. If the Oni was the one who's just like, nah, let him go, it's fine, and everyone else like,
I mean,
no,
the fact that he's part of the group in the first place.
still.
So he'll steal, but he won't harm people. Seems he has some sort of standards. Did he say why they were robbing you?
Surely it was Mora, right? What else could they have wanted with me? I mean, I can't say for sure. It's not like I asked. But what I did hear them say was, the goods are worth more than the merchant's life. Or something like that.
Ugh, that idiot Oni. Do you have any idea where they went after they robbed you?
What were you transporting? Is my immediate question.
I
Like,
have
what were the
no
goods that
clue,
were apparently so?
But I
so
think
worth
they're
it?
pretty active in the Tatarasuna area. You weren't gonna go after them, are you? Seriously, I'd advise against it. There are too many of them and they're all heavily armed.
Ah, don't worry. It's just a bunch of no-name scumbags. I got a whole laundry list of scores to settle with them.
I don't know. Ito looks like he's got some heavy arms too. A lot of muscle.
These two islands are where they tend to hang around. We're sure to run into them at Nazuchi Beach sooner or later.
Also, we won't talk about heavy arms. I've got a giant sword here. We'll be fine.
Actually, think about it. When you think about Claymore characters and how much they have to lift with their Claymores, and you think about strength, what does that say about Sayu?
That's a good question. Sayu uses... Yeah? Nope, you're not wrong.
A Claymore.
Hold on. Pull her out.
I was gonna say with Dory too then.
But Dory's older at least. Sayu uses...
Oh, yeah.
Her claymore isn't as big. It feels like she has like a mini claymore. If you look at it, it's a little bit smaller. It's not quite as small as, it's not as thin as like the regular swords, but it's not nearly as large as.
I mean, I think that's just to account with the model. The claymores would be around this. They would be the same size.
There.
They gotta pass through here sometime. Let's just hang tight for a while. If I'm not mistaken, they'll be showing up any time now.
Yeah, things might get a little rough, so we better be prepared. Oh, here they come!
Yeah, there they are. And one of them has horns. All right, it's go time. Let's get them.
Fight, fight, fight. Okay, I don't know. Wait, hold on. I don't know how to play as Ito. What have you got?
Just Ushi then burst. It's pretty much all you need to do.
Just what?
Ushi and just his big damages is burst.
Can't catch me.
Alright, hold on. Let's get a shield going first.
Looks like you fellas aren't going down without a fight. Fine by me. Fight first, talk later.
Let's light it up!
Gotta look at how his skills work again, because I have not done this in a while.
Shudder!
Stabilize.
Dissipate!
Who wants some of this? How's this?
Okay, so he's that kind of burst. I get it. Ow. Oh, they're dead.
To look at his skills again, because I do not remember.
Hey,
was like,
how
don't
he
even think about
plays.
running.
Go get the blue one.
It's me, Arataki Ito, descendant of the Crimson Oni.
I know who you are.
You tell us who you are
From
then?
the day we are born, every blue Oni knows their purpose. We all know our fate is one of self-sacrifice.
I feel like it doesn't have to be, but okay.
But what about the Crimson Oni, You don't know anything about us. Not our miserable history, or any of our names. Mine's Takuya, by the way. But you don't even care, do you?
Hi, Takuya. Nice to meet you.
Because those who get sacrificed should be forgotten, right?
Oh, you have a...
No, you're wrong. I never knew the Blue Oni had survived to this day, and the moment I found out, I was determined that I would find you. Since you remember the pact between our two factions, I assume you also remember the pride we share as Oni. So my question is, how could a proud Oni like yourself
Is he
go
proud,
and
though?
abuse the weak and plunder the innocent? Why break the oath that our kind swore all those years ago? Huh? What's so funny?
Who are you to talk about pride and oaths with me? The Blue Oni gave up everything, just so the Crimson Oni could live peacefully in human society. But let me ask you, Arataki Ito, what exactly do you contribute to human society?
He plays with the kids. He puts smiles on their faces. I call that a pretty good contribution.
You're a blundering fool who can't hold down a real job, a laughingstock of the town, and worse still, you let them get your vision during the Vision Hunt decree. Protecting the Oni pride? Ha! You wouldn't know how if you tried.
Alright, sir, now you're just being rude. You're attacking all the soft spots.
You're a disgrace to the Oni kind.
Hey, come on. None of that stuff's a big deal. I mean, you're really hanging me out to dry here, man.
Since when do you care what other people think? You just do whatever you want. It's not like anyone can stop you. But do you have any idea of the kind of life my kin and I have lived while you've been hanging around in human society? We were cut off from the rest of the world. We severed all contact with it. And since then, we've had no place to live, no stable source of food.
Oh, I feel like that could change. Like, people don't know about the Blue Oni really anymore. Like, just, like,
No
you still
clothing,
have to live with no contact?
medicine, nothing. Besides the oath we swore to uphold in our so-called Oni pride, we
I feel like it was so long ago.
had
At this point, no one's
nothing.
gonna care if you're like, hey, let's come back. Let's all regroup. Let's
Again,
all
it's pride. It's pride.
Yeah, I get that. I do. I just,
So, That's why you joined a band of thieves?
I feel like if he gave up his pride and joined the thieves, he might as well have just gave up his pride and joined the humans.
That's right. Why should I accept that life? Is holding fast to a worthless oath supposed to help me provide for my family and friends? I've abandoned our Oni pride. It's meaningless. I want to live. I've given everything that I've stolen from humans to my community. What I've taken will at least keep them from starving and ease their pain. That's what matters
okay,
most
I
to
get
me.
it. This doesn't actually solve the root problem. Thank you, Lumine.
Yeah, and besides, the blue Oni sacrificed themselves so that Oni could be accepted as part of human society. If people see Oni causing trouble again, then that'll defeat the whole purpose of the sacrifice you made.
You make a good point. But Arataki Ito's the one who needs to get that into his thick skull. The blue Oni are the bad guys, so we're expected to do bad things. Our actions won't tarnish the reputation of the Crimson Oni. Unless, of course, this bonehead decides it'd be a great idea to take all the blame for himself, completely destroying the trust between humans and the Crimson Oni in the process.
Okay, now you're making a good point. Now that's a good point. That one's fair.
He's the one that wasted the sacrifice we made.
Huh? Well, I only had to do that because of you. I couldn't just stand back and let the Tenryo Commission drag you away.
You should get your priorities straight. The Blue Oni are history, all right? Forget about us. The Crimson Oni are the ones who must live on.
This is a weird conversation happening here. I don't know how to handle this.
Why couldn't you have just stayed out of this?
There they are. Seize them.
Oh no, it's the Tenryo Commission!
Forget it. This was a waste of time anyway. Look, I don't expect you to understand me, but you could at least take a look in the mirror sometime.
I mean, I assume he has to look into the mirror in order to do that makeup.
Uh-oh, we need to get out of here too!
We can't get caught here. Looks like I'm up to bat. Just wait here, and we'll escape together when the time's right. Whatever you do, don't attack any of the Tenryo Commission, or they'll be after you too.
What if I'm so fast I can knock them out without them knowing what I did?
Attaboy!
Oh, I love his charge attack.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
Really
he gets like these charges with his with his second and fourth hit, and then you do a charge attack, it consumes those stats instead. And then I think it does more damage. And then he can also get those stacks if Ushi either hits opponents or I think it either either Ushi hits opponents or gets taken or something. It's weird.
Either way, it's really interesting and I like it.
Yeah, but he very works best with Mono Shio.
Well, cause
which is very good, but also kind of sucks at the same time.
But because I don't use Eula's charge attack all that much. Or actually I don't use most people's charge attacks all that much.
Yeah, some characters that you want to use their charge attacks.
Today. I'm kind of flattered the Tenryo Commission sent so many. But I still haven't completely recovered from the bean attack earlier. I'm starting to lose my edge here. No, all that would do is send them after our Blue Oni friend instead. I have to settle things with him first, man to man.
Then what should we do? The Tenryo Commission's about to arrest you!
Throw a smoke bomb. Maybe it'll work. Probably won't,
No
but we can
choice
always
but to
try.
keep kicking some Tenryo butt.
Hey, boss. Thought you'd have all the fun without us?
Oh, here we go.
Granny Oni sent us. We're here to lend a hand.
Nope, not you. Not the other one.
Maybe we can't take him, but we can sure slow him down. Now's your chance. Go!
Hi, Caden.
Hey, I told you to stay out of this one.
Well, we're in it now. Come on, there's no time. Go, do what you gotta do, boss.
All right, then.
One line. We had one line. All right, that's fine.
Watch yourselves. As soon as I'm done, I'm coming back for you.
Yep, Caden is Mamoru. That's the whole reason
on,
we're doing
you
this
two.
quest.
Time to roll.
For that, nothing else.
They do have more lines in Shinobu's thing, but that's like the later thing.
That's a later thing.
Hey.
Because hangouts and take a bit.
There's plenty to go around.
There she is.
Run for it, boss!
Another bit, yeah. Okay, but yeah, maybe we'll do cookies at some point, but...
Yeah, hey. take a bit because they all have
This boss
multiple
of the
endings.
Arataki gang, getting rescued by my own boys feels pretty humiliating. I promise to never let you down, boys. All right, we've got some footprints to follow. Let's find Takuya.
Yeah, we finally did one of the.
Those few guys weren't much of a gang.
Hey, it takes Mora to run a gang, okay? They're all I've got for now.
I don't see any footprints. Where are the footprints supposed to be?
Huh. Is it just me, or are there more and more footprints here? At least we know we're headed the right way.
Oh, these
Let's see what else we
footprints.
can find ahead.
Awesome. Where'd they go? Something here, but where did they go? Hello, more footprints. Oh, here's something.
A wrecked cart and some goods.
Uh-oh.
Look alive, we've got company.
Our bond is strong. Everybody stand back. I condemn you.
Seems they definitely don't want us going any further. Let's see what's waiting for us up ahead. Huh. Besides the footprints, there are other signs of life here too. Must be plenty going on around here. Let's investigate. They couldn't have just disappeared into thin air. Yeah, unless they're all ninjas or something.
I would not put it past them. Puff of smoke. Let's go.
Hidden entrance. Yes! Alright.
Oh, domain.
We just found their hideout. This is gonna be where they keep all the people they took.
Paimon thinks Takuya's probably in there as well.
Huh? Fire away? Of course I did. Come on, I'm not that dumb.
Okay, then can you explain it to me?
But it takes a world-class blockhead like Takuya to think his ideas are actually gonna work. So I'm here to save him no matter what.
Huh? What were you two talking about? Are you keeping Paimon in the dark again?
Let's go.
Current party level is lower than recommended. That's the word. I was like, what the word? Like, who cares? Fuck you, we're fine.
Let's get
Wow. This place is huge. Pretty fancy for a hideout.
all acquired by less than legitimate means, no doubt. All the more reason we gotta put an end to this.
I wonder what weapon he's using. Is this his signature
Wait,
weapon?
yeah.
Defense increased by 28%. Normal.
What is artifacts though?
Probably.
That's the important part. Damn it!
They're always Noblesse Oblige. I don't think they're ever anything else.
That is one of the simplest ones to get. They didn't even do that.
What is his set? Normal set.
The 4-piece husk, like every other GOTPS.
Okay, wow, this is
no problemo.
Quite the hideout.
Mechanisms for.
Like initially, just like, okay, this is a rundown building. No, this is a village.
They put fucking noblesse on all these damn characters in all their quests, but then you go do the fucking trial when they're on the banner. They all have their their actual sets.
Oh really? Now that's interesting.
Yeah.
To be fair, I never paid attention to what they're using in the trial runs. That does explain a lot, though. Uh-oh.
Because I know,
we're fine? We're okay.
I'm pretty sure, like Nuvolette, Risley, and Liddy, they all had Marechaussee Hunter on. Farina had Golden Troop. I think Sinop has Gilded Dreams on.
See? What did I tell you?
Or is it Thunder Fury? He has one of the two. weapons that they all have their best set and they have their signature weapons. But here they just decide, oh, it's Noblesse.
Very interesting indeed. Speaking of, I'm currently at like almost 30 fades, just waiting for Raiden. Because I know she's coming. Ito may not be, but Raiden is. Oh.
I keep telling myself I'm gonna wait, and then I just did some pulls anyway because I'm like, hey, if I lose, it means I have a guarantee that I'm fine.
And then you didn't lose.
Yeah. Or if I lose, please just give me Tainari. I still don't have him. I will take anybody who's not Diluc. I'm so tired of him.
Tainari, Diluc, Tainari, Diluc, Tainari, Diluc, Tainari, Diluc.
Yeah, rubbing your Tainari in my face that I still don't have. The only one I actually want.
I don't know who else I can rub into your face. I don't think that there's anyone.
Yeah, not really.
Not really. So many people, though.
Me that I could rub my Raiden in your face.
That's true. You can't. Well, hopefully not for long. I still have to go with the. I still have to do the 50-50. When Raiden comes, but. I mean.
I may go for her weapon though. That depends.
Maya is
what the
giving you
banners are
high
like.
pass.
Depending on what things are like, I may go for her weapon.
What was the point of doing that if I could have just like flown over here?
It's like some characters like I'd want to go for cons, but other ones I'm like I might go for the weapons instead. Like I want Ayaka cons, but at the same time I think I'd maybe go for her weapon. Since I tried to get that last time and I got fucked over. My weapon banner look is bad, yet somehow still better than my fucking character banner look.
I feel like my 50-50 luck is terrible, but that's about it.
It's like I try to get Staff of Homa. I get 2 Aqua Simulacras. I try to get, I think it was me trying to get Raiden's weapon. I got Ayato's weapon. Which I mean, yeah, I have him, so it's on him, but he's sitting here also with 2 Aqua Simulacras and no Yelan.
Me over here with C1 Yellen and no Aqua Simulacrum.
To be fair, I don't really care that much. As long it's on one's on Lane anyway. That's what matters the most. It's just on him until I can get his weapon. The time I actually won was just me getting Nilu's weapon.
Okay, so here's a quick question then. The weapon banner, are all 5-star weapons available in it all the time? Or are there certain ones like characters that are locked behind their specifics?
It's the specific the ones that are there all the time are the standard banner 5 stars plus the 2 like limited 5-star weapons, which are usually a character signature or whatever. Or some characters don't have signatures or signatures that are available anymore, so they get paired up with kind of something else.
Interesting, because you're talking about Aqua Simulacrum. Well, the only 5-star I have is Aquila Favonia on Bennett.
That's the standard.
Yeah. I was like, so does that mean Aqua Simulacrum is in the standard weapon? Or was it just
no? That's her signature weapon. It's the limited.
Okay, you just got it by accident because you were doing weapon pulls for something else.
I got 2 of them by accident because I was trying to get Staff of Homa. I was trying to get Staff of Homa for Hu Tao.
Get him out of here.
And then yeah, like I managed to get Milu's weapon with no problem. And then I try my hand at weapon banner because I'm like, okay, you know what? I was like, oh, I already have C1 Rising. I'm like, I might try for something just to be funny. I do that, get fucking Lost Prayer, which is a weapon I did want. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I don't care anymore. And then I do one fucking cheeky 1 pull on the weapon banner and then get his signature weapon anyway.
My ass staff.
Literally,
I assume for
one.
now?
One pity.
Quick, get to safety.
No, for Rise's weapon.
There's a my ass staff. You said staff of something. I don't remember for what.
Staff of Homa.
Homa.
Or
Okay.
or homeless staff, as we call it sometimes.
The homeless staff.
Sorry,
Yeah.
but have you seen our little boy? We're awfully worried about him.
Is his name Daisuke?
Calm down, dear. We don't even know if he was taken here or not.
Oh, my little Daisuke.
I mean, that could be any Daisuke. I mean, who knows how many Daisukes are in Inazuma?
Oh, you must be Daisuke's parents.
What am I looking at here? Oh, Maya heard staff of the Homo, which is also accurate, probably.
Yes, that's right. Have you seen him? Where is he? Is he all right?
What happened to Ito?
Don't
no, there
worry.
he is.
He's safe and sound. Someone's looking after him now on Yashiori Island. I can show you where on the map. He's been worried about you. I bet he'll be relieved to see you.
You were the one who saved him? Oh, thank you, thank you!
No, please, no. No need to thank me. It's my pleasure, really. It's just who I am. It's what I do.
Did anyone else see the giant floating face that's watching us?
Before you go calling me a hero, let me ask you this.
So I love watching
Any
just when
self-respecting
skills
guy
persist into
who saw
cutscenes.
another person in danger have done the exact same thing?
Really? Just one little compliment and it goes straight to his head.
These vagrants are insatiable. They'll do anything for money. No one dares stand up to them for fear of what they might do.
Would they really do anything drastic?
Oh, that is very specifically watching Paimon. It's not looking at me. It's not looking at Ito. It's like, Paimon? Paimon, there's something behind you, and I don't want to scare you.
No, actually, because one of the guys, the one with Oni horns on his head, has always shielded us so far. Oh, in fact, his horns look just like the ones this guy has.
At night, he would secretly bring us food and water. I don't understand what he was trying to do. Are you a friend of his? Or perhaps a relative?
Relative, I guess.
Oh, maybe there's something secretly troubling him. He seemed different from the rest of the gang. They seem like heartless crooks, but I'd say he comes across more like a confused child who made some poor choices.
Let me put it this way. There are a few things he needs to straighten out in his head, and I'm here to point him in the right direction.
Right, I keep looking at the fact that Ito is so incredibly tits out.
I'm glad to hear that. He's lucky to have family like you.
Don't worry. He'll be in my trusty hands. I'll help him see the light. Anyway, you should scram. It's still not safe here.
Yes, thanks again. You've rescued our entire family. We are indebted to you.
He's tits out, and you know what? Good for him. Good for him.
A child that made...
He won't be the last.
Oh, absolutely not.
Anyway, let's get going.
Let's see who is all tits out. Let's see here. No. Tits out. No. No. We got Kaya cleavage. Not the same.
Oh, but I don't know if you have his other skin or not, because I think his other skin shows it a bit more.
I don't think so, unless they changed it at some point. So it just, where is that? Oh, there we go.
Oh, you didn't get it?
No, but also that's less tits out. It does look good though.
Tits out doesn't necessarily have to be like completely like chest showing. It's like a lot of it is also like
Tape.
like the figure of it, just like the
Alright, side note,
there's
very
a
tits
word.
out.
There's a word on the tip of my tongue, and I'm trying to remember what it is.
Silhouette?
Not the outline, but the
Not the silhouette?
the base. I know the word will come to me in like 10 minutes.
That's fine. Goro's a little bit tits out. Official, a little bit. Razor has a scarf on. If not for that, he'd be tits out. There's a couple people.
Are you talking more like if you look at Risley, he is not fully tits out, but he is also tits out at the same time. Because you can, it's just you look at his shirt, it's like it's so fucking tight.
Wait. Ah, curses. Wait, no, not curses. This is fine? Yes, Razor has a modesty scarf. That's a good way to put it.
Razor simply does his best.
How
Can't catch me.
do I get back up there? Feeling that's not helpful. I feel like I screwed myself somehow.
Oh wait, go to your character for a second. How much stamina do you have?
Where do I see that?
Oh, it's on attributes.
208.
Let's see what it is again.
Hmm.
Because if you haven't done that, that's probably a thing to do.
Do what?
To get your stamina up to max.
Can't catch me.
Did I fuck myself?
Can't catch me.
If I do this. There we go. Never mind, I unfucked it. We're good. Sometimes you just have to fall through the world. You become
This is the
unfucked.
place. The jig's up. Surrender while you can.
Oh, when did Kooky die? Oops. Messed that up.
Okay, yeah. Max stamina is 240.
That's not, I'm not too far off.
You'd be surprised it weirdly makes a difference.
I know it does, but... Also, for anyone who hasn't noticed, next time you get his skill back, I want to show y'all what his skill actually is doing. Please observe our little bull friends. Look how cute he is. Oh, and there he goes. Bye, little buddy.
Really, Oshi also counts as a taunt, which is nice.
Beg for mercy.
And I fucking have him at the time. I love how, like, I'm at this point in the game where I see groups of enemies, and then I have to remember, wait, no, Kaza isn't here. I can't abuse that. Two characters that completely ruined how... characters ruined how I completely played this game. Zhongli and Kazuha. I've completely forgotten how to do a lot of basic things because of them.
Rest in peace. Boop the little bull in your heart. You can boop it in your heart.
The fact that Ushi's smarter than Ito. I think about that a lot.
I'll let you in on a little secret. A long time ago, I picked up this rare paper charm. It's very precious to me.
Sir, you look very possessed, and also your skin is purple.
What makes it so special is that if you tear one piece, the other piece starts tearing too.
Newsflash, don't care about your cute little origami obsession.
You'd better stay where you are and let me finish. Aren't you curious what the other piece is used for? I'll tell you. It's now the critical component of a mechanism, and when it gets torn, this place goes up in smoke. Yeah, the whole hideout is rigged with explosives and ready to blow.
So you're ready to kill yourself. Okay, great. Good. No.
Oh, don't worry about me. I made sure that I've got an escape route. The rest of you, though, you're gonna be buried deep among the rubble. You've had your fun. Now it's goodbye.
Goodbye.
My paper charm! Where's my paper charm?
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you looking for this?
Yes, that's it. But when did you?
I snatched it earlier, to stop you from doing anything hasty.
Why, you... And now you're going to betray me?
You're one to talk. What about burying everyone here? If you ask me, that sounds like you've already betrayed our agreement, no?
Just give it here!
You done talking now? Huh? You sure? Great, because I'm done listening. Ah!
Wow, what a weak-ass bastard.
Great
One
work, Takuya.
one fucking punch
You
and he's
arrived in
down.
the nick of time.
Stay away from me.
Huh?
I said stay away, or I'll tear the paper charm.
Hey, oh, okay. Fine. Just calm down.
I was expecting like
What
a
are you
kind of a
doing?
boss fight there.
Just because I won't let him blow this place to bits doesn't mean that I won't do it myself. Unless you want to get buried, you should leave this place now. Take everyone here and get out!
You won't go through with it. If you were that cruel, then why bother protecting every person you've come across? Huh?
I'm not here to reason with you. Go! Just get out of here! This sacrifice is mine to make. Mine alone! Why couldn't you just stay out of it?
He has a martyrdom complex. It's okay, buddy. We'll get you some therapy.
No one needs to sacrifice themselves.
Alright, then you tell me. What am I supposed to do?
Whatever the fuck you want, my dude.
I've tarnished our Oni pride and abandoned our ancestors' oath. Only sacrifice can restore my pride now. I chose this path so I could provide for my fellow Oni. I was ready to die from the very beginning. This is
Oh.
between us blue Oni. And you. If it wasn't for you, everything would have worked out perfectly.
They're here. We won't let them slip away this time.
Uh-oh, there's nowhere else to run!
How did they get here? The mechanisms in place meant that they should not have been able to reach us.
A Tenryo commission.
Don't
I'm
worry
the
about
one
it.
you're looking for. I did it. I'm behind everything. Arataki Ito is innocent. You're the ones in charge of detaining criminals in human society, right? I'm sure you can tell who the criminal is here.
It's like he's trying to reenact the fairy tale, sacrificing himself for the Crimson Oni!
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. It's me you've been looking for, and here I am. How are you ever gonna report back without capturing me?
Why don't we just say that this guy did it? The one who's like, you know, clearly evil and possessed.
Listen, Takuya, sacrificing yourself won't solve anything. Your sacrifice can't protect me or your fellow Oni, and giving up your life isn't gonna make theirs any longer. Sacrificing yourself is one way to escape your fate, but the only one you'll be setting free is yourself. Listen to me. You want to be the tough guy, huh? Well, this is the coward's way out. Don't let your sacrifice stain our Oni pride. The blue Oni have been scraping the bottom of the barrel all these years, so let's give them a new beginning. We've made mistakes, but we can make up for them. Fate hasn't been kind to the Oni? Well then let's tear it up and start over.
Just don't actually tear up the paper charm in your hands, please. We can tear up the fate. We don't have to tear up the charm, right?
But before any of that can happen, you need to get yourself behind me and forget about all that self-sacrifice stuff. Now let's go. But we're not done talking about this. Takuya!
Hey, maybe we pay attention to the evil guy who is ready to blow everyone up already? Ah, shit. Uh-oh. Oh, this is bad. My internet has, completely disconnected. Everywhere. Huh. Hey! Oh my goodness. It actually came back. Oh, bless. Alright, hold on. Make sure.
You think you've won, don't ya?
Okay, hold
So
on.
naive. This is my home turf.
Let me make sure everything's working properly. Can everyone see me? Is everything good? Are we back? Are we fine? It's working again? Okay, thank you. Cool.
I'll let you in on what makes it so.
Let's get past this cutscene. We've already been here.
Newsflash. Don't care about
I
your
love
cute
how you
little.
can just skip all this.
You better stay.
Okay.
Aren't you curious what the other pieces use?
Hi, B. We're back.
What? You're gonna blow the...
Oh, don't worry about me. You've had your fun.
Every time stuff like this happens, I always think it's my own internet.
Nope, that one was mine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because that's how used to it I am at this point.
I
You're
legitimately
one
don't know what
tough.
happened. Everything just...
You done talking
Well, because it also
now?
disconnected me
Huh?
clearly from
You
Genshin,
sure?
because we're starting
Great.
this cutscene
'Cause
over.
I'm done
Yeah,
listening.
but at least that's at least good, because it means you didn't miss the thing coming up.
Great work,
That's true.
Takuya. You arrived in the nick of time.
Stay away from.
Huh?
I said stay away.
Hey, oh.
Just because
That it's
unless
like
you
the
want to.
both best
You were
and
that
worst
I'm not
scenario
here
having to go
to
through everything
sacrifice
again.
No one.
All right.
That's...
I've
You make a very good
tarnished our-
point, because
I
otherwise
chose
you just...
this
I mean, the
My
domain wasn't
fucking
bad.
my fucking samsara
It's
cycle of
real,
having to
you're the
do
ones in charge.
a certain part of Nahida's
Ignore
first
him.
story quest over and over and over again.
Your sacrifice. Sacrificing yourself.
You know,
is
it's
one
very
way to
on
escape your
brand.
fate, but listen to me.
Remember when I had to ask you if there was any other way if you could help me because my game would just not have
Tear
it.
up and start over.
I
Before
do
any of
remember a
that
little
can
bit, yeah.
happen, you need to get yourself behind me and
We ended
forget
up not
about
doing
let's
that, but I
Yeah,
do
that
remember
was-
you asking
We're
about
not
it.
done talking about
Yeah,
this.
because finally I got
Takuya.
lucky because like that entire domain, my laptop just lagged and there was a thing in there. It was timed.
Oof. Rough.
So I couldn't even move to try and do it in time. I only got lucky, and it's like every day I always say my thanks for Albedo existing, even though I know I'm probably going to do it with any other character, but he helped me.
Every day I wake up
It
and
was-
I thank Albedo's for his existence.
Yes. I
Yeah,
love him.
Yeah, Maya's right. That was a thing that hadn't happened in a while. We've been pretty lucky about that. Anyways, back to this.
So funny how it happened literally right before the cutscene.
Ooh, we just saw a guy get squished.
There are still people in danger. Go, help them.
Won't be the last
Hey,
time.
I got this.
Yo, the music just got fucking metal.
Yeah, that's it. This is the theme.
Forget about me. Just go. It's what I deserve.
Ah, shut up, would ya?
I was really hoping he was gonna fucking headbutt that rock into pieces. Just go bam with his forehead, just turn into dust. That would have been hilarious.
You managed to save everyone! But what about Ito and Takuya? Paimon hopes they're alright. Look! It's Ito and Takuya!
That's gonna hurt tomorrow. What's up with the looks on your faces? I said we'd be okay, didn't I? I'm sure I'd be looking a whole lot sharper right now if it wasn't for that brutal bean attack of yours earlier.
Are you still on about that? Do you need like your what is it, your EpiPen?
Why? Why would you do this for me? I'm the guilty one here. I don't deserve this.
All right, here. How about I smack you upside the head, And it's like, there, that's your punishment. The end. We're done.
Because we're Oni, that's why. We share the same blood, brother. Our parents and their parents before them never taught us that it was okay to abandon family in need. I just wish you'd come to find me sooner. If you knew about me all along, then you should have come and asked me for help. I never would have dreamed of turning you away.
The Blue Oni disappeared so that they wouldn't bring trouble to the Crimson Oni. If I came to you for help, wouldn't that just undo everything the Blue Oni have done?
Not to me. I've always respected the Blue Oni for their sacrifice. Nothing they did was in vain.
Ito, I have another quick question. Do you dye your hair or your eyebrows? Because they're different colors.
It's only because of them that we have
Don't think about it
survived
too
to
much.
see today and built a world.
I mean,
where
his hair's also got red in
side
it.
by side.
Yeah, but that could be natural. I don't know.
That's the thing. We don't know. Don't think about it. Don't think about it too hard.
Kazu's got the fucking... He's got a red streak, too. That's natural.
Honestly,
Yeah, that's
that I have
fucking
now, I owe to the
hereditary.
Oni. And let me tell you, the Inuzuma of today wouldn't see you as a villain just because of the color of your horns.
You say all that, but in spite of everything, you're barely getting by.
Oh, that has nothing to do with being an Oni. He's just a dumbass.
That's just how I roll, man. You remember the pack, don't you? We're not supposed to suck up to the humans. We're supposed to earn their respect. Every member of the Arataki gangs had a tough time trying to fit in. Take Akira, for example. He snores like you wouldn't believe. Or Genta. He's got a serious temper problem. And Mamoru? Well, he's colorblind. Even Granny Oni. She got that name for taking me in as a kid. We're all rejects and outcasts in some way, but we don't care. You want to talk about pride? Well, in our gang, we're proud to welcome anyone who's been through adversity with open arms.
But
Don't worry. The Arataki gang's already a bunch of misfits. You really think you could cramp our style?
We've dealt with the Kairagi and the people they took captive. I assume the two of you are finished talking.
Hi, yes. Are you here to arrest one and or both of us?
Takia, based on the findings of our investigation, I hereby announce that you are officially under arrest for forceful seizure of people and property. Please do not attempt to resist.
Alright, you know what? That's fair.
All stolen articles will be reclaimed. That means we'll be seizing all the goods you passed on to your kin.
Okay, maybe we don't have to do that part. Maybe we can, maybe that one we can just let slide. It's a little bit late.
No, please don't. Without those goods, they'll...
It's all right, Takuya. Those goods never belong to us anyway. Don't worry. I'll help take care of your kin.
That's fair.
Now that I know
fine.
the situation, I'll personally make sure they never suffer again.
Might want to put your grand plans on hold there. You're under arrest too, for numerous assaults on the Tenryo commission officers.
Can I claim self-defense against the police?
Oh, yeah, I guess I forgot about that. But no worries, I'll put my gang on the case. My boys will take good care of the Blue Oni.
Yeah, we've already arrested them too.
Oh, right, yeah,
And this is why Shinobu's the brain cell.
For resisting the Tenryo Commission.
Cookie's absolutely 100% just the babysitter.
The fact that they survived without her for this long.
Miracle. Absolutely a miracle.
Yeah, the fact that they survived with her being stuck in Leo, and how did they manage?
Pure luck. We're just gonna call it pure luck. How you doing, Wisp, by the way? Also, were you here earlier when we actually saw Mamoru and we heard Kaden?
Yeah, I guess it's up to you then,
It was
Traveler.
brief, but she was there.
Could you be a pal and tell Granny Oni about the Blue Oni situation? Thanks. And thanks for sticking with me to the end. Once I'm out of the slammer, I'll find a way to make it all up to ya.
As for you two, lending them your aid when you knew full well they were in the wrong means that the culpability extends to you too.
Looks at my watch. Oh, would you look at the time? I gotta go. Oh, surely before my internet farted. Oh, would you look at this? I gotta go. I'm gonna do a teleport to Mondstadt. Bye! There are no laws in Mondstadt. You can't hit me.
But, given your unique circumstances, and in light of the complexity of this case, we won't press charges this time.
Sorry for the trouble.
Hey, wait! Are unique circumstances? Are these guys like a big deal or something?
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm like the Shogun's girlfriend and the Shogun's wife's girlfriend. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah, okay. Cool. Because I was gonna say, you know, like, I'm kind of a big deal myself, you know?
I love your voice acting.
Yeah, all right, see you next time. Whenever that'll be.
Just fantastic.
It's so good. I think my other thought is, like, I don't know why, I'm reminded of Sanpo in Star Rail a little bit, who I also love their voice acting. His voice acting's great.
Well, he's pretty. Weird. But at least he's not a bad guy.
We don't need an umbrella. Pick up the pace.
Wow, it took so long to finally get struck by lightning.
Cool.
Instant we spawned in. There were so many opportunities for it to happen. I was like, you know what would be really funny? Absolutely the moment you was least expecting. Wow, how did that lightning not hit me? I'm gonna call that one a miracle. That was on my ass.
Ah, yes. That does sound like my Ito.
You have a good grandson there.
So, did they take Uncle Ito away? Yes, they did. But don't be too upset, Daisuke. We will have the chance to see him again.
Yeah, you can go visit him in prison, or you can go see him on his public court hearing.
He and his gang may have acted recklessly, but the fact remains that he still helped us. Yeah, I knew it! Uncle Ito helped us, and he's awesome!
Now, don't get any ideas, Daisuke. Ito is a far cry from awesome. He still caused a lot of trouble for a lot of people. If you ask me, I'd say he's like one of those little Oni Kabuto you kids are playing with all the time. Though he looks fierce on the outside, he has a kind heart. He's not a delinquent, but he'll never back down from a fight.
I don't really get it, but it sounds like a compliment. I can't wait for my next beetle fight with Uncle Ito.
Thank you, Granny, for taking care of our little boy. I hope that Ito and his friends will be released as quickly as possible.
Yes, you needn't worry. The officials in the Tenryo Commission will certainly exercise sound judgment.
I don't... Sure.
It's time we started heading back. We'll be sure to visit
What
again
commission
soon.
was the Kamisato family the head of? Was that Yashiro?
Ah, I'm glad that everything was resolved.
I always have to. I always have to remember my
dire.
blank.
But now the future looks bright. Wonderful. Wonderful. As
Let's
for
say
the Blue Oni,
if Ayaka
just leave
is
them
in
to
charge
me.
of Tenryo,
If
then
there's
she's fine.
one thing an
Then
old
they're fine,
granny
but
like myself can do, it's caring for others.
It's It's the Yashiro Commission.
that's what I thought.
Do you need our
So nope, we
help?
have Kujo Shara in charge, in which case you might be in trouble.
No, no. Go on ahead. I'm sure you have other adventures beckoning.
I think Daisuke forgot his beetles.
Besides, once
Not that they're having
Ito
a good
is
time, though.
released, he'll be here to help me. Oh, yes. And you know what? I think that's what makes him adorable. Wouldn't you agree?
He's a real cute kid you got there,
He does
Danny.
whatever he puts his mind to. He's sincere, brave, and determined. Back when I took him in, everyone thought I was most unusual indeed. They started calling me Granny Oni, but I've never been ashamed of this name. On the contrary, I'm quite proud of it, because Ito is my pride and joy.
Now that's just wholesome.
A long, long time ago, in a village lost to time, there lived a crimson Oni and a blue Oni. They were the best of friends. The Crimson Oni wanted to be friends with the humans, so the Blue Oni played the role of the naughty kid. And then he left. After a long time, the Crimson Oni was living happily with the humans, but in his heart, he wanted to bring the Blue Oni back home. The Crimson Oni didn't know where to find the Blue Oni. His search took him up the highest mountains and across the widest rivers. He found many traces of the Blue Oni, but the more he found, the clearer it became. The Blue Oni was hiding on purpose. So just as the Blue Oni had once done, the Crimson Oni left him a letter.
Dear Al, I've made lots of human friends now, and I want to have a big party for everyone. I want all my friends to be there. That means you too, Al. If you don't want to meet me, you can just watch from a distance.
The Blue Oni snuck back to the village and hid in the shadows. He saw the great feast and roaring fire and longed to join in. But though his stomach rumbled, the Blue Oni remembered the oath of old and kept his distance. Suddenly, he jumped. The Crimson Oni was right behind him.
Hey, you're finally back. Come on, I'll introduce you. It's time everyone met my best friend.
Oh no, that was really cute. That was...
Remember that pit at the bottom of the chasm? You know, the one that the giant pillar smashed into. Paimon took a quick peek before we left last time. There was some kind of light coming from inside.
That was adorable.
Don't you think that's a little strange? Oh, so you've been wondering about that too, huh? Now that we have some time on our hands, let's go and take another look.
Okay, so I had to do Ito's in order to do the chasm quest.
Yeah.
Interesting. But we'll do that later. It's time to go to Fontaine. We've got
Time for my favorite region.
Fantasy.
I love this. I love this place so much.
Oh, Caravan Rebat. Now let Paimon think. What were we up to the
That
first
story quest
time
took a
we
little
came
longer
here?
than I was expecting, but it's fine.
Oh, Paimon remembers. Nahita's consciousness had been trapped by the doctor, but we followed the clues she left behind to help her.
Your internet keeps pausing the stream? Oh no! Wishing you the best. Internet is fun. Also, I'm gonna... Oh, I can't move it at the moment, never mind.
So much time has already passed since then.
Yeah, a whole,
And
like,
it
what,
seems
3 weeks?
Sumeru's changing for the better
Maybe 4?
now that Nahita's in charge, right? Paimon just hopes this peace will last a long time, and then Nahita won't have any more new problems to deal with. Yeah, guess you're right. We somehow always find ourselves right in the thick of it. Who knows what will happen next? Come to think of it, maybe it's all because of you. Maybe you're just a magnet for trouble.
That's right, I bring all of the problems.
Huh? Me? Before Paimon ran into you, Paimon never ran into any trouble. At most, when she was super tired, Paimon got caught in some strange whirlpool and sucked out into sea. And even then, you fished Paimon out. Anyway.
What were you doing before you met us?
Maybe we should think about heading
The
to
quest?
our destination for now.
Come on, I have so many questions. How old are you? What were you doing before you met us? Why were you in a whirlpool?
There are a lot of theories, and then Fontaine brought an even bigger theory. It added to a theory to give it even more credibility, which has a lot of people wondering.
Oh, it's Dia! Since when are we just wandering around? We're usually taking care of some serious business. Even though it may have nothing to do with our journey. But never mind that. What brings you here?
I just finished a commission in the desert for a usual client of mine. Nothing too interesting. Just escorting a shipment of goods. I'm on my way to report back. That's when I saw you two all the way over there, chatting away. What were you two talking about anyway?
I don't like the look
You
that guy
serious?
gave us.
Can't say I saw that coming. But you are travelers after all. I guess you'd never stay for too long in one place. Bumping into you like this will become a rarity. I'm starting to feel sad just thinking
Aw,
about it.
Dia's going to miss us.
Hey,
Don't worry, we'll
how
come
about
back
I
and we'll
gather
visit your
a few mercs
girlfriend
to
and your
escort you
girlfriend
two.
whenever we feel like
What
it.
do you say?
Thanks, but no need. Oh, Paimon had no clue you'd miss us so much. But don't worry, we'll come back to see everyone when we get a chance.
Sounds good. All you need to do to get to Fontaine is cross this stretch of desert and navigate some waterways. Knowing you two, I'm sure it won't be anything you can't handle. So, when are you leaving?
Oh, wait a sec. Paimon just remembered there are still a few dishes in Sumeru that Paimon hasn't tried yet. Now, where's that list Paimon made?
Sure, you look tired. Do you need a nap? You had some bags
I
under your
see.
eyes.
Guess you won't be needing
Alright,
a going
bye.
away party or anything. It's sad enough to see you go like this.
I guess he's not important at all.
Though, now that I think about it, Sumeru wouldn't be what it is today without you. Seems true heroes always prefer leaving quietly.
By the way, should we go say bye to Nahida? Oh, good point. Then there's no need to bother her in the real world.
Then, I guess this is goodbye for now, Traveler in Paimon. Whether as a client or a friend, you're always welcome to come find me.
Goodbye, Dia. Bye-bye, Sumeru.
Despite the fact that we haven't been back in Sumeru for a little bit. We've been doing other stuff. Fine. Here, this is not desert appropriate clothing that we are wearing. Oh, hello. Alright. Well, that's just pretty. Even the game is like, hey, look at this very pretty spot that we've put you. Have a viewpoint. Oh god, there's still some Sumeru stuff I haven't done.
The whole world quest. Actually, there's a couple world quests. Actually, there's a lot of world quests.
It's fine. We'll deal with that some other day. We have a teleport spot here now. We're fine. Now here's a question.
That teleport spot, luckily, they open that up. If you've finished Mondstadt, they automatically give you that.
Wait, I was also going to... There we go. Sitting on a nice, pretty 30 for later.
Did you get your ones from the month reset?
I got most of them. I just can't afford the regular ones. The Acquiant Fate, but I did get my other fates, yes. God, this is so pretty already. Genshin does one thing absolutely right, and that's in environments.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is going to take a while. Is this what I'm supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
More or less.
Because you could, remember, you can always eat stamina food.
That's true. Here's the thing, I'm about to make that chip right there. I don't think I'll be fine. Oh no, the hell I ain't.
Just remember, you might drown.
Oh right, it's only 5 minutes. Or there's 5 minutes. Okay, that's fine. We made it. Ooh, my very first Hydroculus. I'm gonna wait just a moment and then we'll I was a little bit closer to the water. It's fine. Oh, I love the music here. It's so soothing.
Wonderful.
Maritime Harbor.
After crossing all that sand and water, we finally made it! Oh, this must be Fontaine's port!
Why didn't we take a boat?
Wow!
Fine.
Everything looks so advanced in Fontaine! Paimon's heard
Taking
that
the Wave
industry
Rider, but
here
fine.
is extremely developed, and there are all kinds of unusual machines! Just seeing the sights as a tourist is nice, but maybe it would be better if we found something to do! What do you think?
Let's start by meeting the Hydro Archon. Forget everything else. Let's go talk to God immediately.
Good idea! Nahida gave us loads of useful information. Seeking out the Seven is probably still our best source for information at this point. Yeah, the more we can learn, the better.
I love that our mission is find my brother and whatever the fuck happened in the past 500 years. And along the way, it's, hey, let's save the world 1,000 times over.
So, what do you think the Hydro Archon's like? Will we get along? Nahida said that she has a very unique personality, whatever that means. To learn about a nation's god, start with the nation's people. There seems to be some locals talking over there. Let's go see if we can join the party.
I love that this is a world where you can just talk to God, and I don't mean like in
If you
prayer.
ask me, it's a tragedy how things ended for him. Clearly, he was a pretty decent person.
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of ending for him. I thought he would at least fight on a little longer for his family. I was expecting a sudden plot twist, but it's a pity that it never happened. Still, his story is quite the tearjerker.
Are we talking about a real person or like a play?
Excuse me. Can I help you two? I couldn't help but notice you standing
Hi,
there listening.
apologies for the eavesdropping. I'm gonna go talk to the cat girl over there.
Hi. We're travelers new to Fontaine, and we had something we wanted to ask, but you seem to be really busy talking about some kind of play, so we didn't want to interrupt.
Play? Oh, no. We're talking about something that really happened. In fact, it's a case that was just heard a few days ago.
Really? Like, a real trial? But the way you were talking about it and the words you used just now made it sound like some kind of story.
Well, good tales are often based on true stories, aren't they? And what you see in reality may also be someone deliberately putting on an act while harboring ulterior motives. Whether something is true or not simply isn't that important. The main thing is whether the story being acted out on the stage is splendid enough.
I have thoughts! I immediately have thoughts!
Jokes even just starting out that Fontaine was social media, and they went in on it.
Yeah! Hi, Monica.
Everybody just said Fontaine was Twitter, and they're not wrong.
I was like,
Fontaine is just Twitter.
Well, I immediately have issues. That's disturbing.
Oh, but it looks like you're not from around here. You probably don't know that the Fontaine Court
Funny,
of
like,
Justice
even
is
if
called the
people
Opera
are like
because
do treated a bit more
or more
respectfully,
commonly
people in real
known
life,
as just the Opera House.
humans are we are the same way.
I mean, no, it's exactly like real life, but that's what kind of makes it scarier. They're calling it the Opera House. The court. Okay. Okay, I see how. Okay. Okay.
But, shouldn't court cases be treated a little more seriously than that? Not to question Fontaine's way of doing things. It's just that putting someone on trial is usually a very serious thing.
No worries. Other visitors to Fontaine have wondered the same thing. You could say that we just don't want to waste the moving stories behind those cases.
You sound very journalistic.
And as for your worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, we have the absolutely just and honorable Chief Justice Neuvillette.
I can pull him out right now. I've already grabbed him. He's only level 1, but I can pull him
As
out.
well as the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, a machine created by the Archon. Between the machine and the
TikTok, they
Chief Justice,
ruined that
both
phrase for
justice
me.
and injustice are a thing of the past now.
Hey, hold on. I need you to say that again, because I completely lost it. Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal?
TikTok has ruined this for me.
How? I need to know how.
The fact that that has become a meme so far spread, it has transcended the Genshin fandom.
Wait, what the
And now
machine?
regular ass people. There's a specific way that Ray Chase says it when he's doing his lines, and it has just turned into a beat. It's I will find a TikTok later. It's
Have I
transcended the
not seen the
Genshin
dancing? I
fandom
have not
and
seen the
has
dancing.
hit.
I don't use TikTok.
Yeah, I mean, even it's past TikTok. It just has hit normie meme status.
Is it some kind of machine too? Oh, Paimon's curious.
Even fucking Hank Green did something.
That's really funny. I feel like Hank Green isn't entirely normie, though.
Wait.
Not anymore.
Paimon almost forgot to ask you our question. Do you know what we should do if we want to meet the Hydro Archon?
Oh, that's easy. Just go to the Opera House. Lady Farina practically lives there. You could definitely say it's her biggest passion.
I think what they mean is that they wish to speak with the Archon personally. In that case, I'm afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult. You'll have to make an appointment well in advance, and it'll depend on whether or not she has any time slots available.
Huh. Is the Hydro Archon super busy taking care of official stuff? Wait, didn't you say that she's always at the Opera House?
No. Lady Farina seldom takes an interest with the nation's affairs. The reason it's difficult to make an appointment is simply because she's incredibly popular.
That's right. After all, she is the Archon. Though she may tend to get a little dramatic from time to time, people can't get enough of her.
Huh.
I'm people.
Paimon's ever heard of an Archon being described that way before.
You're down bad. It's okay, you can say it.
Not really.
No.
It's more.
You're not down bad.
It's more
She's your failure.
going through. Like, it's more going through the story and realizing things. It hit me I think about a week ago. I'm like, no wonder I like her so much. I am a dirty Farina Kitty. She is just me.
That's not the phrase that I was expecting today.
I relate to her so much, and that's a problem.
Archon is kind of like a big celebrity here, right?
Yeah, I suppose you could say that. Perhaps you could even say our mascot.
Okay, treating your god like a mascot. Now we're starting to get back into weird territory.
Yeah, this kind of comes into also event.
All right, let's
stuff.
recap the 4 nations that we've met so far. Mondstadt, Land of Freedom. Barbados, aka Venti, just kind of fucking does whatever he wants, and no one knows that it's him. Well, they do, but they don't.
They don't.
A couple people do. Very
Yeah,
few
some.
people do. But basically, Archon, he's not around. Liyue, their Archon wasn't around, for the most part. Like, he appears every
Faked
now
his
and then.
death.
Faked his death, but even before that, he was like, he's here, sort of. You can, whenever. But then Inuzuma, yeah, there she is, and she will kick your fucking ass because she hates you
She was there,
personally.
but she was also not there at the same time.
Yeah, but at least to the people, they're like, that's our Archon. It's like, well, we know the truth, but sure, that's your Archon. And then in Sumeru, it was...
Their Archon was in gay baby jail.
But it's like, well, we have an Archon, we just don't know anything about her or where she is or what she's doing.
It's like we had an Archon, and now we have an Archon, but we don't realize that she's in gay baby jail. And
by
that
the way, we
the
had an
sages are
Archon,
trying to
now
make
we
a
have this
god.
kid. We had an Archon, now we have this child. According to some people. And now here it's, we have an Archon, and she's just... I don't know, she's a
Yeah,
fantastic
the mascot thing kind of goes back to a limited time event that they had before Fontaine came out, where there was a kind of similar thing going on.
Talking about. You should show some more respect.
But basically, people and their gods are very interesting.
Yes, you're right. I guess I should at least try to be a little more respectful in front of visitors. Otherwise, I might get arrested. and find myself face to face with Monsieur Nouvelet.
You're gonna get arrested for calling her a mascot. Okay, that's also a problem.
Come on. Sure,
Really?
there's a lot of laws here, but nobody's going to be arrested for saying something disrespectful about the Hydro Archon.
Seems like people in Fontaine really like the Hydra Archon, but they don't appear to revere her.
Alright, I think we get it. Thank you! At least we now know that we can find the Hydro Archon at the Opera House. But who knows how long making an appointment will take? Guess we could have a look around the city in the meantime.
I feel like you should make your appointment sooner rather than later in case it's like a few months out.
Hey! What are you looking over there for?
There's a cute cat girl over there.
Huh. Maybe something's the matter. She isn't going to jump into the water, is she? Maybe we better go check on her.
People just can't stare contemplatively into the water anymore without people thinking you're gonna jump. Anyways, Chief Justice. Weirdo that he is.
Okay. The fucking most broken character in the game.
Incredibly. But also, Lexus pointed this out to me. It doesn't say that he has a vision. And it doesn't say what his constellation is.
I was going to not bring that up
Lexus
because
already did.
that
I'm sorry,
is
you're too late.
because that's story related stuff, and I kind of wanted to keep it down low.
I know, Lexus already brought it up though.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to say anything.
Because everyone else has vision or gnosis.
That's why I
Like,
didn't
yes,
want to
it's
say
our-
anything. Because you'll figure things out as you go through the story.
By you? I don't know.
Hello there. Excuse me. Are you alright?
Huh? I'm...
Oh, okay then. We just noticed that you seem to be worried about something.
About many things, actually. But there's nothing I can do but just keep my troubles to myself. I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and I would play when we were kids. It was just atop that hill over there. See?
You're pointing at the sea. Wait, are you saying that you and your brother lived in the water?
Maybe the mermaids, or a fantastical race from Fontaine. She has cat ears and a cat tail. First of all, this isn't new.
No people call the waters around Fontaine a sea. It's actually just an inland lake that's filled with fresh water.
It's what now?
And no, I can still see that hill clearly in my memories. Now, it's been completely submerged.
Okay, that also worries me a little bit. Fontaine, you're bringing up a lot of concerns I have very quickly.
He would skip and jump, tossing sand in the wind. The sun shone brightly, and the air was filled with the scent of the sea. But now, the water is gradually swallowing our memories. It won't be long before it swallows us.
That got dark. That got dark real fast.
Sorry, Paimon doesn't really get what you mean.
I don't believe we've had the pleasure of...
There he is,
Are you
stupid
Lynette's
boots!
friends?
Oh, and you are?
Thanks for looking after my sister. She often comes here to reminisce about our childhood, that's all. There's no need for any concern. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Linny, and this is my sister Lynette. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be travelers from abroad.
How'd you guess?
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine.
Fontaine, I
We
love
were
him
just
so
talking
much.
with your sister.
Very powerful. Very strong.
Even though we didn't really get what she was saying.
I see. It's unusual for Lynette to be so willing to talk with anyone. In fact, she seldom speaks at all. I'm usually the only one she ever talks to.
Also, I think I thought about this before. It's like brother and sister. But if you look at them and just like, where's your cat ears and tail, boy?
Not twins.
They're twins?
They're twins.
Where's your cat ears and tail, my boy?
Oh, really?
I think it's said in it's either in Lenny's or in Lynette's that they said she had gotten some like dormant gene that was like just passed down in their family. She just happened to get it or something like that.
That might be a recessive gene then.
Yeah.
So
I also think my brother can be too talkative at times.
Seems
But
you
it's
were
funny
right,
because you
Paimon.
actually look, they both of
We
them
are
actually
quite
have a
similar.
lot of very cat-like mannerisms, like both of them regardless.
I'll have to keep an eye on their animations.
What did Lynette mean just now when she said that the water is engulfing your memories? And that it won't be long before it engulfs you too?
Oh, that. It's from a prophecy that's been circulating in Fontaine for some time now.
Oh joy, now we have oracles.
Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain amount of uncertainty. There's no doubt about what's happening in Fontaine now. Where to begin?
Question. Okay, there are two possibilities. Either everything is sinking, or this quote-unquote lake is like has no outlet, so it's just slowly rising from the giant waterfalls right behind you.
Let's put that question on hold for a moment. We still haven't formally greeted each other yet, have we?
That question is going to be important to the story of this region. I would appreciate if you just told it to me now.
Did all the introductions earlier not count?
Hello, traveler. And hello, Paimon.
Hey! Why didn't Paimon get a handshake? You're not poking fun at Paimon, are you?
Please, don't take offense. Just consider it a sort of etiquette we have here in Fontaine when making new friends. You should remember it. It might prove useful.
Oh!
You're talking very suspiciously.
Well, Paimon's just
He's
happy to
a
have
Hiroshimono and JP, of course he is.
By the way, we were just getting ready to go to the Opera House to meet the Hydro Archon. Would you be able to show us the way?
So you're going to see Lady Farina? No problem at all. In fact, I was planning to go to the Opera House later myself. I'll gladly take you once I finish things here.
At some point, it's going to fuck me up, and I'm going to forget that the Opera House is the courthouse.
Please, follow me.
Yeah, you get used to it eventually.
I'm sure I will, but at some point, I'm just going to forget that those two things mean the same thing. And I'm going to be very confused.
And then you also have to remember that the fucking Parlay Marmonia is a completely different place from there too, but it's also intertwined.
I want to do something stupid. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? You. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? You.
You lead the way.
Just for the... Oh, wait, I didn't deploy them. Oh my goodness, it's the Chief Justice. Look at that. Oh my goodness, what's he doing here?
You said you were going to see Lady Farina? Well, it seems Lady Farina has come to see you.
Oh good, that makes things so much easier. Do you think she knows that we were coming? Ooh, I like your look. You look cool. I like you immediately.
I knew you would. Switching to your girlfriend. My baby! You're my sweetie, my darling, my angel!
Also, what did you say about that woman that you said that you knew I would like?
I said, wait till you meet a girlfriend.
Oh no, I'm gonna be so happy.
Her girlfriend, Taylor Swift.
Oh, yeah,
Who's
I'll have
actually...
who I also have.
Who's,
Wait, Taylor
I'm pretty
Swift?
sure her, funny enough, her banner is next. Her banner is next patch.
Oh, right.
Rich and poor, those with cup in hand, and those with nothing at all.
I love the... What's it called again?
If you don't have
Yeah,
one,
okay.
then
Yes,
just
that.
raise your hand in lieu.
He's having an impromptu theater show.
The love of my
As
life.
you can all see, two unfamiliar travelers have arrived in our nation. Come, let us make
Oh, I
a
love
toast
her
in honor
eyes.
of this traveler and her companion who have journeyed here from distant lands.
She has really cool eyes. Oh. Okay, there's a lot of eyes on us. You know, we're used to this, actually.
Is she talking about
Also, her VA is actually the same girl who voiced Toy Chica.
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you left in your wake.
Hey, hey,
since
hey,
you
hey,
visited
hey.
Other nations, but I welcome you nevertheless. No, I have come to receive you personally.
Wonderful. We were hoping to meet you. Also, not our fault. Blame the Abyss. Blame the Fatui. Blame the Raiden Shogun. Blame the Fatui. Blame the Academia. Not our faults.
Fear is for insignificant cowards. I am a god, and I will never entertain the notion of such meaningless wariness. You can be rest assured, I see clearly your sincerity.
How do you get your eyelashes in that shape, or are they fake? I mean, you're a god, so I guess you can do whatever you want, but that's an interesting shape going on there.
Of course, seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do. It will allow you to truly behold my power and witness my authority. Intelligent people always gather under the correct banner.
No, your banner already passed. That was last patch.
Yeah, that's why I pulled you.
Hereby welcome you to the nation of Hydro and acknowledge the value and significance of your trip. Now, you may rejoice in this.
Yeah, Paimon still can't believe it. Feels like we've only been here for a few
It
minutes.
has only been a few minutes. It's been like 10 max.
The Hydro Archon's entrance was, how should Paimon describe it? A little over the top?
He's a theater kid. It's fine.
Miss Hydro Archon? How did you know we were coming?
I see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding.
Alright, that's a little bit
Don't
rude.
forget that even the gods can be divided into the mediocre and the excellent. I suppose it's only natural for you to be awestruck by my abilities.
Did Nahida tell you we were coming?
You had best stop and consider. Do you really have the noble qualities and etiquette necessary to communicate with a god?
Oh, it was you.
All it takes is a flick of my finger for me to know everything about you.
Hey, it's that guy that I said had absolutely no purpose earlier.
Whoa. Talk about sounding high and mighty.
Oh? What's with these looks? Perhaps the welcoming ceremony still isn't enough? What else should I say then?
Can you talk about Conria?
Is she waiting for us to start talking?
I mean, she also wouldn't know.
No, but we can still ask about it.
Because remember, like, Venti and Zhongli were the only, are the
Yeah.
only, like, original Archons.
But I'm just saying, she can still tell us whatever she knows, even if it's not much.
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady Farina here. What a surprise! Wait,
There was a good chance she would not know anything. Raiden didn't really know anything. Nahida didn't know anything.
Oh joy, we're legends now. I mean, to be fair, this is region number 5? Region number 5.
Hey, what's all the
Yeah.
commotion? Oh,
Which is
that
wild.
Farina?
Yeah,
Is
we're
there
getting
some kind
close to
of
the
drama
end
going on?
of Teyvat here.
Of course. That's the blonde traveler. The one all those stories are about. Lady Farina came here to personally see her. Oh, I bet this is going to be the duel of the century.
I'm sorry, what duel? Hello? We have to fight? I mean, we can, but... You have to?
Oh, I've got to see this. I knew Lady Farina would never disappoint.
Also, I'm just wondering how the Fatui are going to steal your Gnosis and or trade it out of you. It's gonna happen. I'm just curious about how.
Yes, but don't get too excited now. My dear believers,
Travelers and spectators alike tend to get quite rowdy, and despite the noise, I've come to tolerate all their ruckus.
Maybe it's just because I know a little bit about what you've talked about, but... And what I've also seen online, like, I know very little about Fontaine and what's going to happen. This feels like Civ was saying, she's obnoxious and
Good. Don't know
conceited.
anything.
But in
Do
my
not
brain,
know
she's
anything.
immediately I'm just like, this feels fake. This feels like an act. Which, all things considered, makes sense. But I mean, like...
You may consider this my reward to all of you. I have determined that there will be an epic duel between
Like, she's not
myself
actually
and
this kind of, like,
traveler from
obnoxious,
another
conceited.
land, just as
Kind
you
of a
were
front that
hoping
she
to
puts on.
see.
Now she wants to fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
Fighting gods? I've got a resume. I feel like that's a really good comeback. I'm sorry, I thought you wanted a duel.
Are you not afraid? Might I remind you that this
Yep,
is
she's
a
stumbling a
duel
little bit.
against the divine?
Stumbling a little bit, she doesn't actually want to fight. She wants us to be scared.
What are you trying to do, traveler? Provoking a god in front of her people?
You literally just said a duel!
Stand down, Clorend. I admire her bravery. Few have the courage to draw their sword against a god. She is obviously a true warrior.
Paimon is Paimon. There are no other Paimons. Paimon is the only one like Paimon. In other words, Paimon should just be the most easily identifiable thing in the world. The moment people start talking about a blonde traveler and the tiny little fairy, they're like, oh, look, there's a tiny little fairy.
Unfortunately, people nowadays only crave to be thrilled. And
She was our mailing address for Kaya.
for excitement.
That's true, that did happen. I was like, go find the blonde one with the fairy.
Huh. Yeah, she's right. Just a duel wouldn't be all that interesting.
On Araneus, criminals are always requesting duels to defend their honor. I'm getting a bit old, to tell the truth.
Ooh, she did a very good job of quieting down the spectators.
Then, as the god of justice, I shall face this traveler in another kind of duel. A duel in court!
Are we about to play Ace Attorney?
All right! Now that'll be worth seeing!
I'm very excited for the next trilogy to come out. In January? Oh god, wait, is it January? We're absolutely going to play it.
Right. This is Fontaine, after all. Such a grand opera house.
When Apollo Justice was coming, was
Yes.
re-releasing?
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah, the Apollo Justice trilogy. Or the Apollo Justice games with dual destinies. Also, Sif, how you feeling?
Why do you care so much about the crowd's reactions? Seems you've spent a little too much time in the opera house. Besides, how exactly do you plan to have a duel in court? You mean you're going to put us on trial?
We literally just arrived here.
Oh, we have reason to put you on trial.
To be fair, I do kind of like...
obvious,
I know her attitude's a front, which actually makes me like it even more. Like, the way she talks is
Love
so
her
good,
so-
especially... 'cause
She's
you know-
coded like... Her personality is coded like a Danganronpa character, and I'm all about that.
That's it! That's what it is! I was like, something about this feels familiar. Me having played every single Danganronpa game.
According to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month. You are clearly guilty of violating this law.
Alright, 2 things. 1, that's a law.
Is indeed a law.
Huh?
That is indeed a law.
2,
Huh.
excuse you, this is not an object, this is a Paimon. I understand
Fontaine has some...
confused.
Fontaine has some very interesting laws.
Now I'm just thinking about
Fontaine
here.
is like, if you put together all those searches of, hey, what kind of dumb laws does my state have that nobody really even knows about?
So in other words, it's that one city out in the desert in Nier. Neo replicant.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
facade.
Oh, so
Yeah,
that's
with all their
what they've
rules.
done wrong. That's our Lady Farina. No one knows the laws of Fontaine.
I think that would count. I think a kite counts as a flying object, unfortunately. My Paimon can't help flying. Her legs don't work. That's true. We've never seen Paimon walk. I don't think she even could.
What kind of law is that? Wait, flying object?
There's a few of the laws. Nuvalet actually talks about them in one of his voice lines,
Precisely. Now, if you two have no objections,
including one personal law that he put in himself that is actually very sweet.
order your arrest.
Hold on. If you have no objections, I have an objection.
My apologies, Lady Farina. I don't mean to spoil the fun. But if you would allow me to interject, I don't think that Paimon here meets the definition of a flying object.
Flying creature, but not an object.
You tell her, Linny. Finally, someone who's not crazy. How could anyone call Paimon a flying object?
Oh, you're right. You're not a flying object. You're a floating one. There's a difference.
Great magician Linny, my beloved citizen. I'll permit you to object, but how exactly do you plan to prove your claim?
As a magician who just rained on your parade, I naturally should shoulder the responsibility of saving the show.
Did Liddy just offer to be our defense attorney?
So, with such an audience gathered here, allow me to perform a trick for everyone.
Oh. Hey, Maya?
Ta-da!
Hey, Maya? I think you're right.
What's that on Paimon's back? Hey, when did Linny do that?
How the hell did he know this was going to happen?
I mean, here he would know the laws.
There.
Yeah, but
as you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as, well, something like a balloon.
She's on an object.
This rope has been in the traveler's hand all along.
Don't worry about it.
It was just that
You
no
know
one could
what?
see it
This is
before.
better. We don't know what Paimon is. She could be an object for all we know.
Huh? You call that magic? You've got to be joking.
I thought it was pretty good. Nice one.
Huh. I'm not sure what to think. It seems Lady Farina's charges no longer hold water.
And it's very important that things hold water here in Fontaine. It's all about the water.
Amusing. Very amusing, Linny. Just the sort of unexpected twist that I enjoy. With you here, today's performance can finally be called complete.
Performance? You see all this as a performance?
In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved. The god of justice will not bring charges against an innocent person.
I don't believe you, but also thank you. I know enough about cops.
But when there are valid grounds, I will not only judge travelers from abroad, but even the gods of other lands.
Are you saying you're gonna charge one of our friends? Or are you asking us to bring charges against the god that brought us here?
I look forward to seeing your upcoming performance at the Opera House, Mr. Linny and Miss Lynette. That's enough for now. Toodaloo!
You are very interesting to me.
God, I love her.
Everything about this is just bizarre.
Yeah, the actual perfect being.
Aren't you the one who kept calling her a girl earlier?
I can't say much about that because I just don't want to say anything about this entire Archon quest. All I can say is I love calling her that, but I can't really call her that anymore.
Don't mention it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law, so I did a little preparation, just in case. I didn't think it would actually come in handy. So, Now do you see what kind of god Lady Farina is?
A very dramatic one.
She can be a bit confusing at times.
She's a
but
theater
she's still
kid,
a
like
mean
everybody in
to me.
Fontaine.
Anyway, Paimon had no idea
Except
you were a
for, as far as I'm
magician,
aware,
Sounded like you'll be
I can never
performing at
pronounce
the
his name.
Opera House, right?
Fucking Punchy Cryo Man.
Well, about that.
Bye, Monica. We'll see you later. We're not going to go for much longer anyways, but thank you for joining us.
I just know a few simple tricks I use to make a living. Lynette is my assistant.
I think we'll be going for about maybe another 10 minutes.
It will actually be
We'll see
my
what we
first
can
time
get done.
performing on the most prestigious stage in Fontaine, the Opera House.
But isn't the Opera House where criminal trials are held in Fontaine?
When there are
Now you're
no
thinking of the
public
Opera House. We're
trials
talking about
being
the Opera
held,
House.
The Opera House hosts a variety of other performances. To the people of Fontaine, the line between a trial and a performance can be a little blurred.
So this is Ace Attorney and Law and Order.
And speaking of performances, I would be remiss to forego this opportunity gifted by fate. Might I invite the two of you to see my performance?
My brother's always excited to make new friends.
Oh, sure. We don't really have anything to do now, and we wanted to go to the Opera House anyway.
Splendid. In that case, why don't we go together? I'll show you the way. I just have something to take care of first. You really mean it? Then I'll take you up on your offer. This is a magical item known as a magic pocket. Perhaps you can help me distribute them to the people here.
Huh? What are they going to use it for?
About that... You asked me before about the prophecy, right? Let me start by telling you a little more about what it entails.
Sith, imagine I'm bonking you. I'm giving you the bonk.
I'm not sure exactly when it began, but a prophecy has been circulating around Fontaine.
That's funny though.
It says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the nation of justice holds trial after trial, this sin cannot be absolved.
Okay, so it's fair to say that Jesus Christ doesn't exist in Fontaine.
Until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will rise, and the sinful people will slowly be drowned.
Dark.
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne.
Both of you said
Only
Catholic,
then
and you know what?
will
You're
the
not
sins
wrong.
of the people of Fontaine be
Say-
washed away.
Fontaine has some huge Christianity vibes.
Yeah.
In multiple ways.
Yeah, this will be fun. Weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away. What the fuck? No, man, this is Catholic.
That sounds pretty gloomy. Why are people in Fontaine born with sin? What is that supposed to mean?
Fucked up.
There are lots of guesses. Some say that the ancestors of Fontaine stole the power of the seas and stirred its wrath. Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first Hydro Archon's warnings and offended Celestia.
You know how many times I've offended Celestia? And I'm fine, I say, flipping off Celestia up there in heaven. I see you, motherfuckers.
Fuck Celestia, all my homies hate Celestia.
Get down here and deal with me yourself, fucking heavenly principal assholes.
But here in Fontaine, evidence is what matters. There hasn't been concrete evidence for any of these claims, so they can only be regarded as conjecture.
If even the people in Fontaine don't know what sin they committed, wouldn't it be better just to ignore the prophecy completely? Why bother feeling guilty all the time?
Catholicism. It's all about control, Paimon. If people think that they're constantly done something wrong, they'll always be looking for absolution. And who better to give that absolution than God? And the people who control God.
That's exactly what the people did at first. But in the last few years, the water levels in Fontaine have actually started rising.
I wonder who Fontaine's Pope is. Is that Nouvelette? Nouvelette, are you the Pope?
Many places have already
Chief
been
Justice, so
completely submerged,
basically?
and now lie beneath the sea.
Maybe I should, maybe,
Many people carry
Well,
on with their lives as before and
Is
shrug
would
it off
he
as
be
a
the Pope or would the
natural
Orange
phenomenon.
Trees be the Pope?
But
That's the
my
question.
family and I think that the
machine?
people of Fontaine shouldn't ignore the possibility, which would end up sentencing them to
Just
death.
it'll get there. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
We hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront can move away before it's too late. So, we've started distributing magic pockets to them. As a magical item, these magic pockets have astonishing capacity. I'm sure they will come in handy when people are moving their belongings.
So you're handing out Mary Poppins' bag, but like sewer model versions.
Oh,
Much.
Paimon gets it. It's like preparing for a rainy day. But this is more than a bit of rain.
Feels like the enemy here is both Catholicism
Perhaps
and
only
climate change.
absolute power could ever contend with such a catastrophe. But who knows? We're just tiny specks in the grand scheme of things. Now, if you'd like to help, then please give these magic pockets to anyone nearby. Be sure to convince them to take it, regardless of what they say.
Can I test this magic pocket? Can I look at it? Can I take a look? Are you the Pope, sir? Are we the Pope? I mean, you can fly. You can do this. If he's not the Pope, he's damn close. Let's, at the very least, let's go grab this. Can I grab this? I want to get that statue of the Seven before we finish tonight.
Oh, then you'd want to go take the elevator.
So you also believe in the prophecy. Keep it. I won't have any use for
I don't know. I feel like something, if this actually works, this thing is useful for more than just escaping. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the Clockwork Soldier. The
You
very...
can use. There are a lot of them.
I'm looking at the very feminine eroticism of the machine-based Clockwork Soldier.
Depending on which one that is, I'm either okay with it or I want it to leave me alone.
You don't believe in the prophecy?
No, I believe in the prophecy. But I also believe
Maya's
in
got a good point. Machine hot.
The story says
About
that
hot.
people once lived in the
It's hot until it fucking spin kicks you and completely destroys anything because you're tired. Because the team you're using right now has to do with taking charge shots, and then you get fucking interrupted. And then every time you want to disable it, you try to aim with your fucking Arca alignment, and it always spins out of the way before the sword fucking hits it.
encapsulating the sea.
I recognize
within
the
their bodies.
annoyingness of the battle,
Thus could
but
people
you should
set
also know
foot
that
on
there are people in chat saying, no, that makes it better.
Not when I'm artifact farming.
I must have missed the first half of this.
I have spent so much time in that domain having to deal with that one robot that keeps spinning around, dodging my fucking Arca sword every time I'm trying to disable it. I just want to get out of here so I can get fucking Marshall say pieces, but no, I can't even. It's always fucking HP.
They'll die. You should probably still take it.
What I'm hearing is, fight hard.
I'll take it. I guess
Yeah, so also get used to this because you're gonna be having to get used to new fighting mechanics.
Yeah. Okay.
Which, I mean, you can do it without it, but it makes things easier.
Why does the robot... I was about to ask why the robot has boobs, and then I remember what my robots look like. I'm like, never mind, I can't ask that question.
Because it's like, when you're fighting those robots, they can be disabled, but you have to use a Fontanian character. With, like, the opposite alignment of whichever one it is.
Why does the robot have boobs, says the robot with boobs. Who made her own robot with boobs.
You will see even more of them. They're all over the place.
Okay. A part of my brain is like, I want to make my own VTuber design for, like, a version of my body that's kind of more mechanical like this, but I'm not a good designer. I need to start looking into that.
I feel that.
Okay.
More speed.
Let's go ahead and grab this. That's something for later. Elevator.
The other thing Fontaine brought us, realistic elevator waiting times. When you have to call the lift, you are standing there for a while.
That's really funny. And kind of annoying.
It's annoying, but fucking hilarious.
There's not even... Well, I'd say there's no elevator music. Technically, there is. Oh my god, it's still going.
Yeah.
We're still here.
Also, though, I would say also, at least, when you do that, get your Traveler and Resident Evil Hydro.
Oh yeah, let me go ahead
So
and
you
grab
can
that.
make traversing a little bit easier.
The world opens itself before those with noble hearts. Did anything like this ever happen before? A rush of water? Brian,
Maybe
leave
it
this
just gives it to you.
Even the Statue 7 are water fountains. Yeah, right. That wasn't... The water is speaking to me?
Okay, so you don't have to resin then. Okay, you should be
Like,
fine
Paimon's
then.
gonna believe
Okay.
you if you can crack jokes like that. After lit up like that, the air just feels a lot more human. Maybe it's just because of all that Hydra energy? Paimon heard that Fontaine. If you can use elemental energy properly, you can even swim underwater. Maybe you can even find sunken treasure. Paimon will leave diving the treasure for you. To you. Paimon will stand on the shore and wait. Left in the current, I'm dizzy. Then I'll fish you out again. Okay, the mysterious
Oh, we can
power
have fun.
that flows out from a statue to imbue you with the blessing of the transoceanic source water. Your progress will remain unhindered as long as you are moving through the lakes of Fontaine. Under the protection of the transoceanic source water, what you expend while moving underwater is not stamina, but aquatic stamina. As such, when your aquatic stamina is expended, you will not drown.
Fontaine.
Fontaine.
Okay, luckily you don't have to resonate since you just went on and gave you the thing, but... So yeah, like, open the map up and just look how much is there.
Nope, wrong one.
Just... So much of this is water. So I hope you like underwater exploration.
Aren't the underwater levels the one that most people hate in video games?
Which is funny because this one's actually fun.
Well then good, we'll get to that next week, because it's time for me to go ahead and sign off for the night. So thank you all so much for joining us for some more Genshin. And we got a little bit later started into Fontaine as I expected. Then I expected, words are hard. But hey, we did Ito's story, so that's nice. Let's see what we want to do. Alright, I'm going to have y'all raid Nox, doing some art. We're going to go ahead and call it there. Thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back on Tuesday for Nirvana Initiative, and then Thursday, yeah, I'll figure it out. This should still work, I believe?
You want to learn some Favonia's blade work? Alright then, I'll teach you. Oh yes, I'll teach you alright. Mark my words.
Alright. Y'all have a wonderful night. I'll see you all later. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Farewell.